Okay. Oh. Meowdy. Hi. Okay. We're gonna be hopping into RP here momentarily. But I wanted to say hello to everybody. Also, I wanted to make sure that you guys may have seen I've gave some lovely RP context, also some cool things that I made while I was sick and needed something low energy and low effort to do. Also, I need to make some adjustments here to Dragon IK. What is going on here with my hands? That's a little better. Okay, that was weird. I don't know how that happened. But anyways, yeah, I made some stuff. They're lovely and they're detailed. Feeling better? I am feeling a good bit better. It's them. Can't say the boy or the girl. Because that don't make sense. Anyways, I want to slap this button here. And we're going to put on our own music. So, also, while I was at it, I threw together a very simple healing effect.
I remember what does what in this fucking world.
What the hell? Well, one controls the sound, one controls the music, one controls the mirror and the other things.
Okay. Okay, we ball.
That's better. Anyways. Everybody know? Super off? Oh, goodness. Yeah. I might have stolen Arbor's healing magic effect. I might redo it eventually, but it works for now. Also reposition this. I'm not always at risk of stabbing myself in the face. Or I'm at less of a risk of stabbing myself in the face. Alright, anyways, I'm going to go invis real quick. And we're gonna go up to the north side entrance up by Camp Dragonhead. Yeah, quite literally. Whomst pings me? So what is your, hold on, what is your previous statement? Or is this a response? Oh, this was a response to the meme. God, that's a mood. But yeah, if you guys haven't read through it yet, go read through the stuff on the Discord. Also some fun images for context and flavor. Fair enough. All right. All right. Let us be on our way. I must admit, I was not expecting to see you here today.
I got a little busy, so
Hmm.
by a little I mean a lot, and went on
It
several
happens
adventures.
to us
And
all. But I hope you are well.
I could be better. It was long trip. A little tired.
I see. Well, I hope your trip has not brought you too much trouble.
No, I'm better now that I'm home. Well,
Back in Eorzea, you were traveling across the oceans. I see. I suppose that is quite a long ways away for some.
I owed a friend a visit. Let's just say that.
I see. Well, I hope your visit went well then. In the meantime, I don't suppose you've come here at the behest of the Adventurers Guild, have you been?
I haven't heard anything about it.
There's been some odd goings on here in Eorzea. We're not quite sure how far it reaches yet. We've been assisting the Ironworks Guild with research.
I could always take a look if.
Where there is work to be done,
don't
there
mind or
is
something.
guild to be made, so people will flock to places like these when they're called for. So, this observatory has been a gathering point for many of those who have been assisting with the research, whether directly or indirectly.
This would definitely be one of the last places that I would go for work. I remember coming here a long time ago. So,
Perhaps at one point, yes, when they needed
Interesting
more
for it
help
to
here
pop
in
back up.
Corthus, but now that things in the surrounding areas have mostly settled, the amount of work to be found in the area seems to have died down until most recently.
Hmm.
Oh.
How are you feeling, by the way? Like, with
A good bit better.
strutting around and abilities, all that stuff. That's good.
My health is mostly recovered. I'm not getting quite as winded. Daily exercise and good eating has certainly helped with that. You seem distraught. Is everything okay?
Perfectly fine. I'm just looking for Luma.
Ah, I see. Has she gone missing?
Wouldn't be the first time.
That's
There's
what's
a
still happening
tendency
here. People
to
just
wander off.
disappear.
People tend to wander off anywhere you go, but she has a knack of wandering and then suddenly disappearing. Of course.
Any new faces that I haven't
Oh goodness,
seen
yes.
yet?
Quite a few.
Mm.
I dare not try to remember all their names and introduce them. If I happen to notice them, do my best to introduce you if I happen to know them. But even for me, there's quite a few people who I have not yet had an opportunity to speak with who have been assisting with research efforts.
Mm.
Though, at the very least, I suppose I should introduce you to Neb. He is Hrothgar, who has been assisting from the Ironworks Guild. He's been leading most of this research, or at least supplying us with the necessary tools to assist with this research.
Oh, okay. Sure, I wouldn't mind.
Oh. If anything, it would probably be best for us to go and check at the tavern. That's where most people gather.
Okay.
It's a little warmer in there anyways.
I suppose you're right. I've been in a warm place for like the past, month, so just wanted to sit outside for a moment.
The weather has been a bit back and forth as of late, but not too bad. It's at least better than it was maybe a month or so ago.
I'm sorry, Linda is currently under heavy tropical storms. They are trying their best to stand their ground, but it is a dangerous time for them right
You're
now.
making perfect sense. Don't
With all the
worry.
information
You're
that's happening.
speaking to a romantic myself, but
Troubling.
It's just
I feel
cinnamon.
like there's this.
Man,
I
cinnamon.
really haven't had the freedom to really explore a lot of that kind of stuff. So I guess now that I have the freedom, right, it's like a
Like, that's fine.
The gentleman there is actually the one I spoke to before.
experience, I guess.
It's just the
Ah.
wording. Or is it just the
One's a
letters,
baked good.
Never met that
and
Hrothgar
one's a
before.
description of
I've had
another
my fun
thing.
past and whatnot, but
Few I've spoken to in the
It's
past
been
few
a
weeks
hot
seem to be
minute.
quite
Have you
Okay.
ever
friendly.
seen a
Started causing conflict, at least when I was a part of it, until
Oh.
one day.
What kind of creature is that?
That's why you see me carrying
A
a big box.
thesaurus is
today.
a book filled with
Just didn't really have the
synonyms.
time.
Oh, like in the library? Like in the Great Library?
Say like
all
what
those
did you just
creatures?
buy it?
Hey.
No, it's a book.
or something?
Like,
I
it's
like
like-
it.
How you doing?
Neb, I thought I would introduce you to someone who might be interested in
Yeah,
assisting
it's
with
like a literal
the
book,
research.
like
Okay,
you
but
put
if
on
it's
your
just
hip.
Like if it's from a market, then
Oh.
then I shouldn't.
Ah, good to see you
I don't
again,
have
Kit.
any
Old
work,
adventurer.
You said, Kent?
This is the way you said it.
Kit.
Weird name, I know, for a Highlander.
Kit.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
Not weird at all. No worries at all. Sorry, I would get up, but arm's a little bit dingy, so I don't want to move it around too much.
Yeah, so
That's
there.
perfectly understandable.
Mm,
Nice to meet
It's a
you.
pleasure to meet you, though.
Why are you flipping me off?
Yeah, of course.
We are giving you another butt
Yeah,
again.
if you need any help with what's ever going on, I would be happy to help.
Oh, don't worry. We
Sure.
we are very much in need of more and more people.
After time, but please give it to your sleep.
Well, I guess the first step would be if you can catch me up on things, I guess. If there's anything to be caught.
Right there. We're
Take a seat.
listening to it.
Why not take a seat? Oh, grab us drinks.
Close your ears, put your fingers in your ear and go like
If the barkeep is
If you'd
here,
like to
she does not seem to be.
or anything of the sort, it's all good.
Exactly.
private conversation when it's out in the
You
open.
can't hear anything. It's just the snow.
Rogan just won. Fancy ass.
A fellow biggin. Understood.
Oh, that's right. A little jump in the med.
Relatable.
You see her grab a fish.
It's right here. It's an etheric sensor. It's actually designed off a lot of the ones that we used out in Baja. Just have like a very fancy lantern with a bunch of switches here and there.
I suppose I'll have to be
Directions
patient.
that you need based on the area that you're at.
Fishing.
Loads itself into the ground.
I feel like if
Helps
I'm
to
just
keep track of the etheric currents that are traveling between the worlds, right?
So in the end, I'm not even gonna
Currently, at this time, there's been a lot of incidents with the weather recently. It's gotten to the point where literally we've got tsunamis casually happening here, blizzards happening where they shouldn't, all kinds of weather occurring in areas they really shouldn't be. We've also had a rising increase of void synth that have been appearing in certain areas, unnaturally so, to the point where the idea of them just being summoned is kind of getting a bit harder to explain in so many different areas. So, we, the Wonderful Ironworks, have been working on these etheric sensors. The many adventurers who come along out here have been wonderful people to work with in terms of getting these out and across the world. We're hoping that if we get them far enough, we can track down a source, find out exactly where the problem is. Problem is every time we get it to the astrologians, they tell us that we need them out further. And out further. And now for the third time, out further.
Out further. There's only so much further we can go until we start meeting each other.
Pretty much.
Well, if-
Seems like they want
if
to
we
cover
get-
the entirety of the star, so.
If we get all the cross Eorzea and we still need it to go further, we're gonna have to look deeper. At that point, it's gotta be something more.
Yeah.
You should take one to the moon. See if they can deal with that data. It's like, oh, you want to go
No.
further? Okay, here's
No,
info
the
from the
Loppers
moon.
won't allow it. They will not allow it. No putting
Yeah.
sensors on the moon.
Yeah, they don't want that up there.
No. If I have to deal with Pudding Way talking for 5 more hours about pudding, I...
Oh, he's not that bad. Just give him some pudding. He'll shut up.
Ever since he went to Charlia, yes, he is. They gave him books.
Oh, great.
Hmm.
But as for
But
the
you-
weather and the void sun, I was across the sea for a while. I didn't notice anything
I'm
of
gonna
how
go
far.
get
Hmm.
Void sense, though,
How you doing, Aster?
something I am good at,
Doing alright,
but
I suppose.
I would have to see it first before I know
See
what
if
we're
there's
dealing
any
with, I guess.
openings. I'm sure there is.
Get some decent rest after our trip.
Of course.
Yes.
We ran into 2 interesting
Spent
ones
a few
here
days in
that actually kind
Verdana.
of caught us off guard.
Continuing
So,
to catch up with
you know how
people.
void synth work, right?
Recovering,
They have
so
to
to
be-
speak.
Summon the Cool, already knew all that.
That's good.
Well, the bodies that they have here are incredibly resilient. We had to deal with 2 recently that were able to handle a lot of the adventurers here, and another one that we didn't even really damage, pulling earth out of the ground, and I had to deal with one where it required a huge majority of us to handle. It was about the size of one of the weapons, I'd say about the ruby weapon at best, that ended up knocking me out of my entire airship. Screwed up my life as a whole.
You'd think
You'll
that
get
they
the
would
key
know
when
better
what's her
than to wear
name
such
is back.
armor
One
here.
thing, but I am sure
They seem like
that
they're right
the,
here.
prestige
Getting
of
them both
the
at doing that.
show is a bit
Oh.
more entertaining than
I guess you're
no doubt
fine. I
that
guess just let
Yeah.
her know that you did that.
As long as they're
Don't tell
concentrated.
Here you go.
Okay.
you flatter me.
I'll
Yeah,
just say
exactly.
someone did.
A
Someone
little bit of an
did.
issue.
Don't you dare pin the blame on me.
We're figuring it out though. Sensors are helping us kind of put some stuff down, and luckily, ever since the world kind of erupted in flames, a lot more people are willing to stand up and defend it. So,
Oh yeah, a lot more people.
Honestly, I've been
Kind of
Yeah.
crazy,
for a
actually.
while, so Seeing the old faces basically.
It's kind of comforting in a weird way.
Until they decide that they want to fight something that they can't, and then you have to barge in again.
I was wondering if you had a...
Yeah, that's very true.
Do we have any food?
I will say though, one thing that has been extremely nice about it though is for the longest time, it was hard to be a warrior pretty much anywhere because our past isn't that great, and unfortunately there's plenty out there who have caused a bazillion problems. Hell, go look at Garlemald for God's sake. You got plenty of them over there just seeking war at this point. But ever since everything went down, a lot more warriors trying to be a bit more noble about it. The whole idea of marauders as a whole is completely washed away outside of pirates. But even they're trying to be good boys too, so hey, I'll take a W where we can get it.
An Archon burger.
True.
And not the Archon thing. Coffee biscuits.
I still need to go back and see if that one lieutenant still needs to get his head knocked on.
Of course. I think that.
Is it dead or alive?
Challenges a lot of people and then gets all pissy whenever and after he beats everybody or nobody can beat him. It's a whole back and forth.
I mean, in all honesty, I do not want to intrigue.
I'm pretty sure that you've already probably asked this question, but since the Void Synth are showing us in the weird weather pattern, could it be from the Void Synth themselves causing the weather patterns being that powerful? You said as big as the Ruby weapon? Like, could they cause...
Well, I brought this up last week, but my theories were dismissed as laughable.
Well, whoever laughed at it, come talk to me, because that's not a dumb idea. It's just a very tough one to track. Unfortunately,
I would if it weren't for the fact that we
just go and...
Lady Liluma.
Well, that's... I will not... You know what, I'm just gonna... That's Lily, I'm not gonna argue with her. But, unfortunately, we can't exactly go and put sensors out there in the void. Don't even really know if we can really travel out there. But, the other factor being...
Tear, but... Good luck doing
well, you
that.
can find a tear, but have fun not getting corrupted.
Precisely.
Bigger thing, though.
So how are you gonna get it back?
Getting it back's a big one too, but unfortunately, all the people who do certain activities like summoning Void Synth are smart. They're not just gonna go into the middle of Limsa and go summon something. They have places hidden within corners of the world so they can summon their stuff and then find a way to be a problem elsewhere.
Hey Ryder, welcome back.
You're not gonna do that.
But it's not a dumb idea. It's just extremely tough to track, which we're hoping that maybe if we get these sensors out far enough, if they are doing something like that, we can start catching on to it. It technically
Speaking of
could be an
sensors, by the
archfiend.
way, Aster, we've been tasked to go to another location.
We have? Oh. I see.
Yeah, they want us to go further out.
Pretty much to the rest of the star.
How?
You and I
Also,
are
don't
going
mean to break up
down
the conversation,
to,
but
Damaska.
hello.
Oh.
Yo. What's up?
I
To
see.
the border of the forest.
All I'm trying to do is get to a... I'm trying to get out of here. Alright, so you guys clear up the whole weather situation.
Problem.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, if you want to go and, you know...
No, and I have no intention of trespassing into that forest.
I mean, you could always just take an Aster ride and get an airship out.
I
There's a couple
suppose,
areas you can fly
though,
through that are relatively safe.
it is good that they chose people who are not
This is free.
the ways of my kin.
Kind of.
They're free?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Lest someone go
Free.
too
Kind
far
of.
and
If you have a ticket.
Quotations.
risk
Yeah,
There you go. There's the extra
causing a
part
lot
right
of
there.
problems.
raging
I can't afford the ticket.
those who still live within the forests.
Well, damn. You know what? You are welcome here for as long as you are forced to be here, I guess.
Will be quite the trip.
What's up, Atlas?
Yes.
You're prying for questions.
I was.
aren't you?
Sure.
I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can ask a small favor from Sid. See if we can get us an airship
thank
to
you,
get down
then.
there.
No,
Would certainly
I'm
make
pretty
it
sure that's
easier.
exactly what you said.
Yeah.
We cannot.
Sorry, I
Making
thought you were staring me
trip
down.
by boat may work if we can find one
It's crazy that he put
Yeah.
in such odd sound effects.
I understand there's a lot of tension potentially.
It's very
We
weird.
also
always
doing
his
this in the middle
style.
of the tavern in Camp
I've
Dragon.
never
but I
hit
prefer
someone
you
and then
don't
go,
fucking do it. If you wish to crush each other's heads in, do that.
I don't
outside.
think I've ever made my own
yeah,
sound
right. Come
effects
on, Atlas,
since I was
fix you up.
maybe 12.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Anyways. Hey, Neb, do you think Sid would let us borrow an airship?
When I said outside, I mean outside of Camp Dragon, not out of the
Depends. Why?
Need to get down to the southeast. The Great Forest.
Does it have to do with the sensors?
Yep.
Can make it work. I can give him a call. It won't be a very fancy one, but it'll work
That's
and be
fine.
safe.
It need not be
That's
a
fine.
luxurious flight.
And if anything, too, you can come with because you're going down to potentially down to Baja. Could make a pit stop. It's in the same region.
I think that you guys, once we drop that off, if you want, I can help you guys out, and we can all stop on by Baja. Genuinely, I have a couple of sergeants and lieutenants out there you would love to meet.
Sure, why not?
They play the aggressive face, but then the moment you put a fire and a little bit of ale in front of them, they're the sweetest souls.
I've met many.
I know a couple of those people.
I've never seen two
I think we all do.
politicians enter a power struggle.
Okay.
What now?
Explain.
I know it's one of them is Ryder. Who's the other one, Jujubu? Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Who?
Is there like a lineup outside watching? What is going on?
Probably. Yeah,
I
what?
think so.
Also, is that Aki? That's Aki down the road.
They're just they're probably just watching a Ryder and Atlas go at it.
By the way, I noticed your sword. You the Dark Knight follower?
Have been for at least
Good to grab Kid and I a drink.
2
as I
years
said I would
now.
do before.
2 years. How's that been going for you?
Yeah.
it is
Hello. Morning.
going, I would
I
say.
suppose it's not quite morning anymore, but I appreciate all
Some
the
ups
same.
and downs, but slowly learning.
2 drinks, if you wouldn't mind. Me and my friend there.
Anything in
Process.
particular?
Could imagine.
I'm quite fond of the hot cocoa, and I think it's a bit too early in the day to be drinking heavy stuffs.
Like with all
if you
that,
would.
it's a learning process.
Of
It
course.
took me a while as well.
Yeah, it's starting to feel better.
This is good to hear.
Oh, shit.
Just
Yeah,
write
you
me
want
some notes if you don't mind about everything you
Yep.
told me. So
Take
just
those.
take some notes.
Oh, perfectly fine. You got no
They're
worries.
actually just fighting each other in the
Thank you.
snow right now.
Appreciated as
They're
always.
fist fighting. Yeah, they're fist fighting.
You think? Oh, yeah.
Good.
50
Something
gil on
new.
Atlas.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Do I owe you anything?
It's a
No, of
shame
course
one of them
not.
isn't a monk. That would
Okay,
make
just
things
making
more
sure.
Put
interesting.
50 gil that there's no victor
A bit
because
down
they
on
both
funds.
get bored about
but
halfway through
I'm not
and
broke
just
yet.
start talking awkwardly to women.
If you need anything, let me know.
You know what? I'm gonna go
You know
with
what?
that
I'll
one
double
as
it.
well.
I'll make it 100 gil.
Hopefully that
Either that happens,
Payments from
or something comes in and
research
it.
work and my own
Sometimes I wonder myself that as well.
Right, just gonna
business
come in
crafting
here and
for the
mention
orders
something,
with
something
guilds.
cheesy
I'll take
bacon.
this.
In the snow.
At least help me recuperate some of my.
That still drives me insane. Cheesy
It's
bacon.
been nice. Good chance
I
to
don't understand.
catch up on
Literally
things.
takes
We don't understand
instant
it
Archon
ourselves.
burger
Not to mention
with bacon. That's it.
And cheese, apparently.
I guess the hero is all.
The
Burgers already have cheese
crafting
on it.
guilds tend to
Why do they
gossip a
call it?
lot.
Just call it a bacon
Everyone's
on a
worried.
burger.
It's not to the death.
He's
There are a lot of
just
interesting
taken an
things.
Archon burger and put bacon in it and called it something completely
imagine.
different.
Do you have any?
Save the world one time, and then all of a sudden you get to rename entire foods. That's crazy.
Everybody else does, unfortunately.
And the thing is, nobody's
Blasphemy's
stopping
gone,
him.
They're still
I'm
scarce.
kidding.
Because we've tried stopping him and it doesn't work. So we just gave up.
Fair enough.
though whether they can.
I mean, you want to be impressed by something? I can make my special Guardian pizza. That just sounds
That
like
reminds me, I should check
I don't know how.
Sir Ryder and see if
got the stuff on
he has
me, I
brought
could
me
make
any
one up right now.
ingredients today, as he said he would.
Oh god, yes.
If you remembered.
If you remembered.
Wouldn't hurt to check.
I promised him,
What?
so I won't keep up on my end of the promise, but that does mean he must keep up on
nothing.
with his promise.
Alright.
Let's see.
Those other culinarians that just starts making pizza.
Oh, reminds me. Damn, I completely forgot. Here, it's the
Oh?
ingredients for baba ganoush.
This should do.
It's not extremely complicated, but it does take a little bit of an art to make.
Naturally.
There we go.
First time making some
massive pizza.
Always the most interesting to me.
Oh, wow.
Presents the most challenge.
Sure, why not?
They still
Pepperoni, sausage, 4 different types of cheese.
Are they? Oh,
They are.
I might as well go watch.
That's a first.
Alright. You've got me on
I've seen someone roll it. I mean, I've fold mine. I've never seen someone roll it.
I've seen plenty of people fold it.
I will try it. It's
Show me a pizza if you want some.
so much overseas. I don't think I can eat anymore for at least
You
a
said
couple
Atlas
days.
is winning?
It looks like it.
Oh, so it's still going there.
You know, honestly, I'd rather have Atlas win. I'd rather have Atlas win.
Which one is Atlas?
The Vieira.
The
pirate.
Oh, the... yes. The pirate.
Yeah,
The pirate, yeah.
Yeah.
You see.
He's very open about saying that he's a pirate, as opposed to other Limsons who are... They like to dance
Well,
around
there's-
the subject.
Oh, come on, you know exactly if someone
There's
is
legal
from
pirates.
Limsa.
Oh, yeah.
And they
There's legal
it's so
pirates.
incredibly
They're a
hard
pirate,
to not...
but they-
Pirates.
Also, this is wonderful, by the way.
So one time I went there, I was
Yeah.
like, nope, I can't understand a word you're saying. I'm gonna go find a translator.
You get used to the accent after a while.
We have pirates in Kugane. They're just not so
Yeah.
open about it.
Yeah, and they're mostly on the Ruby Sea. You don't really mess with them. You pay the tithe, and you're fine. And if you don't, well, then you're in trouble.
You know,
At least
funnily
they're a bit
enough,
more respectable than the ones over in Limsa.
They
The
really
others will
are.
just rob you blind.
yeah. Funnily enough, actually, I think it was the first time I ever actually got to go to Limsa after I started working for Ironworks. We had to deal with the resurgence of Leviathan. Funnily enough, it's why we still even have the G Warriors really around. And I had to land right nearby Limsa because data Aether systems are kind of shutting down. And I pop open the hatch, and I notice that I've got about 6 cannonballs all being aimed, or 6 cannons all being aimed at me. And I had to just like try to wave as loudly as I could, like, I am not a monster. Stop, stop.
By the way, Bella,
Said
this
paid me
is
double that
wonderful.
day.
Thank you.
Damn well he better
No
pay me
problem.
double
Thank
that day. Doesn't help that we didn't even try to paint the damn thing to look differently. It's damn near point for point the exact thing they had to find whenever they were out there dealing with the Alligans. So, yeah, no, they probably did think a giant monster was about to attack their town.
Yeah, fair enough.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
They did teach me how to fish, though. Good people.
There you go.
Thank God they lifted the fishing
Teach a
ban.
fisherman and he will.
Oh.
I mean, that's how you properly fish anyway. I've seen some of the the goblins have invented a new way of fishing, which it's not actually fishing, they're just throwing their explosives into the water.
I mean, if it works.
If it works, yes, but then they're ruining it for everyone else.
That's
At least
true,
they
but I mean,
don't
also
go
technically,
fishing where they just jump into the water with a knife in their mouth.
I had the Makote friend who would jump in the water, open their mouth, and try to see if the fish would just swim inside. That's what he did.
you know, to be fair, you're from Kugane. I'm pretty sure it was a bunch of the people who were all the way out there in the Red Sea who actually had kickstarted the whole, what if I jump in the water and just start chucking spears at these motherfuckers?
Oh yeah, that was the Kojin.
Oh god,
Yeah, that was the Kojin. Yeah, the Kojin did
Damn,
that.
the Kojin.
I mean, to be fair, it works for them. They live under the water, so makes sense.
It still freaks me out that their mouths don't move.
Don't worry about it.
I didn't even realize that was
you
a
don't think
mouth
about
at
it too
first. I
often,
thought that
trust
was
me.
a helmet.
I thought so too, and then I watched one eat a meal, and I was like, what?
Just kind of.
They
one
literally
go.
just shove it in there. There's no chewing, they just push it in.
I don't even question. I just don't question it. It's just better
I
that
did
way.
learn a trick or two from them. Just watch as she does it. So the Kojin does.
That was really dumb.
Oh god.
Oh, were you watching that?
Hi,
Still
Niche.
fighting.
Yep.
We've been hearing it. Is Atlas winning? I need to know if I'm gonna lose a bet.
Rido won.
No, obviously the
Damn.
Warrior of Light with all of his unfathomable power won.
Damn it.
Oh well.
Neither one of us
damn.
win.
Oh yeah, you
I'll take your game. I'll bet it on him.
No one bet on the Rider.
We
bet
bet
he's
so-
coming in
so
here and
they-
saying something
they
cheesy
bet-
bacon.
They bet on Atlas, and then I bet that they were gonna get bored halfway through and start awkwardly talking to women. They rose that bet into them getting interrupted mid-fight. So we both lost.
They already finished. Oh, can I have a drink?
To be fair, I don't think
Sorry.
any of us really expected Ryder to, win.
Of course.
To be fair, I wasn't
it's just-
expecting
I mean-
that. At most, I
I mean,
was
I have
expecting
faith that if they
Ryder to
were
either
actually
own
fighting, he could
win.
win. But if they were
yeah,
just
no,
throwing
they were-
hands with each other,
She
it
went
might
to go
be
and use the
silly.
little Makote's room.
If they were seriously fighting, Ryder wins absolutely, like no contest. But if it was just throwing hands between friends,
To make Gote's room.
it's
Okay,
the
that's what
game.
No worries.
I mean, she's a Makote. She's quite little in comparison to us, Viera. We need a much bigger facility.
Okay. Yeah,
On the
sure.
rogue it
For
in
the
as
women.
well.
Not that much taller than you, am I?
What about Makote's being
Why does this always happen?
I mean, you're not.
Us,
Oh,
Viera.
speak of the devil.
I'm confused. What's wrong?
I mean, for a long time, I thought I was tall. I was an Highlander until I met this. Or Hotspur,
Whenever
and
anyone
then
talks
Rogue
about
I knew
systems in
I
place
knew
for
I was
Viera, it's
short.
never ever including the men.
and the Viera.
Or male-born.
Why wouldn't it?
You should.
Because our society
Because
favors
it's
the female.
rude.
Oh, lovely.
Oh,
They make all the
That's
decisions,
all.
so obviously it's more important that they, are the ones accommodated. We had to learn how to build houses by scratch, or we freeze to death.
I would say roughly about the height of most Rogan. Actually, even most Valkors actually. We're actually similar in height,
I mean, I learned
but
it.
a lot beefier.
You're lucky you want a melon juice?
oh wow.
They actually have
Well,
a lot
yes,
of
someone had to.
comparisons actually to Rogan women.
There's a difference of
Little
having
bit
an
more fuzzy.
entire community to help you do it, or at least have the option versus
Teach.
Welcome back to the little
Troshka
Makote's
and
room.
Rogan male
rather than
pretty
thrown
much
out
the
into the
same
woods
height,
and
except
if you make it,
yours
you
is
make it.
like
If you don't, you're
just
not really
slightly
important, so
lower
just die.
because of your like your you have like that natural slouch.
I've set in
Listen,
motion
that
a roller
slouch has been
coaster
a
of
curse amongst
cascading
our
events.
people for years. All right, that's
Yeah?
slouch is terrible.
You caused the fight?
No, I didn't do anything like that. The only thing I did was bet with him on who would win.
I guess it's been quiet for you as well.
Then what is this roller coaster?
You talking about the hierarchical standards of the VRL system?
Oh no, that's just my usual.
Question about the big feet.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
I found any excuse to bring it in.
Alright.
I want to hear everyone else.
Everything is alright.
Hi, I'm Niche. Good to re-meet you. This is my whole thing.
We've met before.
Just still hurts a little
Yeah,
bit.
re-meet.
Okay.
Is it just me or did your scythe get bigger?
Sore for a few more days.
It was totally this size all along. I definitely didn't see that it was actually way bigger in a different medium.
I would have to intervene.
Understood.
Understood.
Orders are orders.
Yeah, understood.
Relatable.
So, have you all heard the thing they say about the big feet?
I'm sure
I'm curious.
to test your luck. Badly arranged something.
Yeah, you have to pay more for
Doesn't
shoes.
bring you out of any situation.
She thinks big
That we
boobs.
wear
Is
big
this
shoes.
Yeah, you have big
Oh.
feet.
You obviously wear big shoes. Move on.
Quick question.
Yeah.
People will
I mean,
actually-
boots,
Have you heard about the
right?
Sheets cars?
What if you wish to be active?
Just keep it like that. Yeah.
That's interesting.
You wish to challenge the and
You especially with those armored ones.
seeing how you're going back and forth.
Think I have normal
I
feet?
mean,
What would happen if you started
I
throwing
mean, yeah, I have big feet, but
I was just thinking,
boobs
'cause
are big.
that's big.
I can't really tell on all of that armor, so I couldn't
No.
give you an accurate response.
I would have been very happy if it was non-existent, actually.
I'm not exactly throwing it off anytime soon.
I feel like I have.
It'd be wise not to draw attention.
and
Unless you want a conversation.
It's like mid-conversation. I want to just check right quick. Just throw it off. Do people... I'm not gonna ask that. I'm not gonna ask that.
No.
I'm not gonna ask that. I don't know why I even started on that one.
My question when you said no.
So, why'd you say my name earlier in a very growly voice?
Oh.
Can I get any?
First off, that is my voice. I actively cannot change that. Yeah, that's just my normal tone. I'm sorry. I'll try to say it with a higher tone.
Okay.
Would that make you feel better?
Go for it.
Thanks for. I guess I'm not gonna go for that. Sounds like it would have been a.
Go for extremes! Go for extremes!
Go for extremes.
Just go for it.
Well, be sure to go there when it's necessary now that
It's only cringe if you only give half your effort! Send it!
Is that better? I did it. I did it.
No! Yeah!
Oh,
Is that better?
that works,
Is
that
that better? Thank you.
That'll do.
Also, we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go back out and go even further with the sensors, and I have to go out to Baja. So they were saying you could come along.
Fair enough.
Oh. Yeah, be familiar with it, that's for sure. To where?
I mean, hey, they didn't tell me exactly where. Hopefully it's not all the way out in Zadnor, but if it's just on the front, things are actually relatively calm out there at the moment. I have a couple of sergeants and lieutenants I really wanted to go back out there and say hey to, so...
He would also warm me up in the cold.
Depending on where we have to go.
If you don't want to though, you can just let me know and I can tell Lady Laluma.
Uh-oh.
It gives the illusion like you're warm.
There's a whole bunch of other people who make different
Sometimes
Ruby C actually might be on the table.
Exactly. So she gets it.
Maybe we can take a trip there and then take a trip to the Ruby Sea and see if we can find Susuna.
I could assume that.
I don't know
what's happening.
I actually wouldn't mind that, if I'm being honest with you.
I all he said was uh-oh, and then ran over, slammed the table.
Somebody is sitting by themselves.
Sounds good.
Yes.
He was there for a while.
Is that really such a problem?
I think he was reading, honestly. He's been looking down at the table for a while, so I think he was just
Did you take a
reading by
nap?
himself.
We understand if you did.
No, I just took a little walk.
What do you need 3 melons for, Atlas?
I totally didn't see him passed out in a tree when I was up in the tower.
That's debatable.
Absolutely.
You'll see. Would anyone like melon juice?
You made me lose a bet.
Going to walk out of this situation.
Yeah, you did.
How dare you not win the fight?
You actually bet on me? What the hell? If you would have told me that, I would have actually gone harder.
Going to either win or something was going to interrupt the two of you.
I mean,
exactly. If you told me you were betting on me, I would have won.
Fight, and you both could be bottoms towards women. It would have been really fun for everyone to watch.
I'm not going to relive that situation. I've done it once before.
To be quiet because other people.
And you'll do it once again.
That's preposterous.
Exactly. Fuck those people.
Exactly.
I don't know much about proper VA society, but it's always fun to mess with the males.
One of those people then.
God, don't let Niche hear you say that. He'll never let you hear the end of it.
Yeah.
I'm tempted not to.
He would never let me hear the end of it. What's that?
What makes that so funny?
I was like just gesturing.
I don't know, Kagane, they win a lot of male Viera, and it's like whenever I see one, they kind of just like kowtow in a sense.
Hmm.
No,
I see.
now we get the faucet. As per usually.
That makes it fun to tease them, make fun of them.
It's not even like I ever have a malicious intent behind it. That was just fun to do sometimes. Especially when they're dumb like him.
You know what patronizing would be?
As you heard to say.
I think Atlas is the exception.
Well, I'm pretty sure that you just mean it in a playful way, and if someone actually got bothered, you obviously, you know. Yeah, it's alright.
I was just saying words today.
I would never.
To be fair, it's extremely simple when it comes to Hrothgar in society.
The whole one's melon juice. Here's two right here. Just letting you know if you haven't drinking before, good luck.
I don't think anyone asked for it.
But they're there. They're being paid for.
I mean, I'm not going to turn down a free drink. Find it over here.
Gotcha.
You know what? You're not bad. You're already used to really strong sake, so you get to roll with advantage.
I guess I need a roll. Hold on.
That means you two made a except you roll with disadvantage.
I need to step outside.
Truth be told, I did it when I see your fingers damaged, my fingers damaged. It's the same thing. When I did this, but I accidentally did this.
I'm trying to thumb. No.
And now you can do this. Same for some reason. You're so right. Yeah, why are we out here?
I don't know.
You ran away from me and figured it was quicker.
Yeah, because you flipped me off. For no reason.
My fingers spasm!
Aster.
What's up? Hello?
How you doing? How's life?
I am just fine. Do I know you?
Cool. Oh, yeah, I need to talk to him first, though.
Oh, very well then. Goodbye. Sounded familiar. I recognize you.
Are we making snow angels?
Yes,
Basically.
join me.
I'm just gonna watch.
It's cold.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, I saw that coming.
It's cold. I'm frozen.
Scoop snow.
Help. Why would you do that? Huh?
We're already in the snow.
Yeah, but you just put it on my face. What if I did that to you?
Gather some snow.
Was that I didn't mean to throw that out. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm
Is
fine.
everything alright over here?
Okay.
Everything
Yeah?
alright over
Fine.
here? So sorry to
Yeah,
scream.
we're just throwing punches.
See, now you bring some snow in and you give it to somebody who doesn't want it.
Okay, well I just heard screaming, but that's good.
Try
enough.
put it on their face.
Hi.
You put it in
Hi.
on their face, down their shirt.
You're doing all right?
Whatever.
You fucking put
Who should we do it?
It seems fine. New guy seems good.
The tall gentleman in the corner that you were speaking with.
Mm-hmm. Rogan. Whenever I see someone sitting by themselves, all they're lonesome, I always go over there to heckle them a bit.
So I have noticed.
Maybe next time.
They have to be out here.
So long as you
Snowify.
perhaps making them feel welcome.
Yeah, people sometimes just need an invitation, even if you insult them to their face.
Some people take different insults differently.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've seen this.
Yeah, apparently.
At the moment.
Given your proclivity for it.
Mm-hmm. But situations like you would be rare, but apparently not. It's like people's only coping mechanism to bullying here is to just be like, oh no, I'm just gonna befriend you anyway. We're friends now.
Okay, so it wasn't smiley face.
In truth, you haven't really bullied me.
Not anymore.
Or at least I have not considered it as such.
Why can't you just say it was a smiley face?
Perhaps
Depends.
heckling or light teasing from time to time. I don't think I've ever
Denouncing
actually...
everything that you're working for is light teasing.
I messed up.
Saying that you have a different opinion towards it isn't exactly bullying.
Getting snow on my fucking boots.
Huh. It's a difference of opinion.
Yeah, just let me know.
If it were something that serious, I would have come to understand that weapon and what you do. And
So what are you drawing?
would have been horrified.
I was told to come meet you because I haven't met you yet.
Hmm.
You see that?
I guess that's true.
Schoolers always draw their
Kit.
Don't exactly have a great history
Baba
with the
Baba
void
Baba. Nice
and,
to meet you.
its inhabitants.
Nice to meet you.
What fucking rune is that?
You have to give
Most
me a
people
minute. I
don't.
don't feel
Or
well.
they're very keen and happy to make assumptions.
No, what's wrong?
Nice to meet you. Nothing.
As I've noticed.
Are you testing an
Yes.
academic thing?
Which is why I try not to.
Oh
What
no,
the-
it's like a,
Oh,
Mikote wants to fight a behemoth.
looks like a ladder.
oh.
He's invited me. I'm a little excited. He kept thinking that he knows me. Have I met him before?
Well, anyway.
He did the same thing to me. I don't know who that is. Oh, his
He
voice
apparently
sounded
His name is,
familiar.
From what he told me.
Jord? Jord. That's his
Yord.
name.
Wait, that's Yord?
My art is worth money.
He didn't have ears before. or-
Fantasia, maybe?
White.
See it.
Must be.
Why does he need
Didn't have a tail or ears
Oh,
or white hair.
Fantasia.
I don't know. There must be an explanation somewhere, but if that is indeed Yord, yes, he had mentioned something before about wanting to fight a
Kit.
behemoth.
No way.
Perhaps to
Niche. I hate
Nice
white
to meet
mages.
you.
prove himself.
And sages now too.
Yes, who naturally we're the bestest of
Are close
friends.
to each other?
Oh yeah,
I
totally.
can tell. Dark Knight.
You mean like
Yes. Kit is an old friend.
Things are cool.
We've worked together in the past.
I used to be a
before
black
my
mage.
happened to bump into each other.
A little bit less cool now.
you are hot?
Well, I'm okay.
So,
What, are you just a Reaper stan or something?
Go ahead. This is your thing, not mine.
You could say Void Stan.
Ah.
Just jump in the
Well, go on.
conversation.
Hello, Yord.
Jord?
whip Luna
Oh,
around.
I apologize.
hi.
Hi.
Okay, you know now
I don't
then.
think she would
Yes.
appreciate that.
It makes
Long
your
story
voice
short, I
make a
got
bit
chased
more
by
sense.
poachers.
Got chased by poachers? What?
You think she would let you whip her around?
In Gridania. I'm not gonna say what I did.
What
A
did you...
helicopter?
Well, to
You
be...
killed someone.
No, almost.
be Fair though,
Not so
poachers are not exactly the best like, so if you did something to piss them off, you were probably doing something for the right reason.
People down there were upset too, but let's not go over that. I didn't know what I was doing.
I didn't hear
Look,
anything
there's
about
a
it.
behemoth.
What are you laughing
Whatever
about?
it
All the way
was,
that direction.
could not
I need
have
help.
been that bad.
Don't worry.
It was in Gridania a week.
Yeah, they want to fight the behemoth. Up there.
It was early on.
For a fucking stuffed
I got a
animal.
For my mother, who is currently stuck in a fucking hurricane and limps. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Why not make one?
Hello,
Wouldn't
mother.
that be
I have brought you
way
back
more-
the stuffed animal
Oh,
as
okay,
it's
then good.
currently dying outside. Hopefully this helps.
Okay.
I am the fifth
Behemoths
son to my
are-
family, and my mom treats me like a piece of shit. Just give me this. I need to kill a behemoth.
If you need to prove yourself,
Okay, why
I
don't you lead the way
understand.
if you know where it's at?
That being said, if you
Alright,
need to
yeah, follow me. I already have the
produce,
map
you're not
right
going
here.
to find what. If you need assistance with producing that small doll to appease your mother, if we can find
Not a
this,
small doll.
what do you mean?
I want the whole
Do you want
damn
to
thing.
stuff the behemoth?
You want
I want to stuff
taxidermy?
the whole
An
behemoth. I want to drag it home.
Oh, you
and
want
I want my
taxidermy?
brothers to be like, what the Why are you laughing? You were just out there fighting in the snow. Doing nothing.
Alright, lead the way. Let's go find this behemoth.
I don't know what
I'll show you.
Alright, let's go.
I'll be back.
Try not to
Or
injure it
back
too
in
much if
10
you want
minutes.
to taxidermy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, don't hurt it too much. Go, Gladiator, whatever you are.
I did need a
I
very
have never seen
skilled-
someone so
very-
soppingly pathetic in my entire life.
Which one? For serious, which one are you referring to?
I'm not gonna answer now. Your response is perfect.
So,
I didn't think you had it in you.
Aster, I have a question for you. Would you like to be our
There's
healer?
only two of them you haven't spoken about.
I don't think they would.
Boys, listen, I know we all had that bout.
We are 3 tanks going to find a behemoth. This is going to be fun.
Need a DPS?
I wouldn't call it
Probably,
useful.
yes.
I'd call it more friendly.
You may want to at least.
Bittersweet shit that goes on.
There's a possibility always. I didn't know they had any behemoths nesting in the area, but
Sometimes though,
that
I'd
being
rather
said,
be like, I'm on
I'll
to you
try
all,
my.
Because sometimes you did stupid shit and I went, oh, why would you do this? Why would you do this?
Fucking creep.
Best.
Anyways, let's go.
You know the usual thing. I got potions.
Okay. Did not produce any more this week.
That's fine, it's fine.
Chill out.
I got some.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, first we have to travel from here up to
My life, man.
and then we gotta go west.
Good to see you, Aster, by the way. Hey, and
You as well, Sir Ryder. You can get
so,
good
are we
look at it.
comfortable with only taking
Are you sure your mother wants taxidermy, though?
I don't care at this point. They sent me out here to die, probably.
I could fit outside in the yard, on the porch maybe. Good for scaring away the girls, I suppose.
The elements will literally make it fall apart in like... Do I even want to know?
Probably not.
Probably not. I think they're gonna go do something silly, and it's gonna end up with someone getting eaten again.
No, it won't.
One provoke and it's gone.
I hope not.
I'm sorry.
Really
Are you
It
guys,
won't.
But
are you guys really
Go.
adventurers, or are you just okay? Right.
I'm usually on by myself.
good luck, Ryder. Let me know what happens.
Yeah, I'll be back. If the others come looking for me, let them know Aster needs myself and Cured. They're going to go fight them.
I came from Limsa. I've traveled all the way up here on foot. I didn't have no airship or vehicles or chocobos. Except for that
Yeah.
one time I tried to steal one.
Me
Let's not talk
either.
about it.
Good for you. So have I.
Alright, calm down, calm down. We all walk. We all walk places.
I know how to
No
use my
reason to get belligerent, Hubert. If you want the help, we'll provide it.
Yeah, there's no need to be mean with us. We're here to help you, man.
My mother's
oh, no,
trapped in a
I can't believe it. Camp Dragonhead has been blown up. Where did it go?
I'm so proud of him. He wants to do it for his mother. It's beautiful.
Do you even know where we're going?
Yeah, I think north, and then we go west. I got a fucking map.
Okay, it has the fucking map.
Wait, make sure the map isn't upside down.
Well, he is at least.
No, the words
Well,
are
he said
right
Camp
side
Dragonhead,
up. We're
so.
good. Okay, we're going to Behemoth's Dominion, which is it's like in the deepest, darkest corner of this whole place. And
Finally, give me patience
I've actually been there before.
we need you to be our fucking personal campfire, so you stand in the fucking middle so we don't freeze.
Aye, Commander. Sure.
You didn't dress for the elements?
Again, like,
Out here,
I mean, he has fluff
it's
on.
even colder
You have
than
fluff. You look like you're warm. I'm wearing full
Look,
plating.
What? You know that glamour prisms exist, right?
I would wear glamour.
Not natural. I mean, it's a bit
Better, man.
chilly.
It's not natural.
Look at her. Look. I'm using glamour prisms. Do you need one?
Maybe, but I need more money to buy more clothes because I didn't get enough.
Maybe instead of making a giant
Use this.
taxidermy, you know,
God.
you could make some, like, fluffy armor.
Yes. We can work on it. As for the taxidermy, I would suggest speaking with the Leatherworkers Guild in Gridania before you get into killing Behemoth. You'll want to make certain that it's
This is like a scouting
fresh.
party.
We have
A
followers.
scouting party. I see.
We need to make sure that the behemoth is even in the
it's
cave
Luna
because we might
and,
not be here still.
Killed
Luna's
mistress.
coming on. I can't wait to see what she thinks of this. I'm just here
This is
because
no
it's funny.
joke. This is all for the love of my mother. Okay.
No, I'm
I
here
was
to
hearing
help.
something about a taxidermy doll.
Apparently.
All right, here it go down
For a
explain it.
squirrel.
Here it.
Alright, listen. Alright, my mother is caught in a hurricane in Limsa right now. That's what the guard told me. So
Yeah, that's fair.
She sent me out to get stuffed animals of various cute things, and the behemoth
Stuffed
was drawn on a piece of
animals?
paper.
A behemoth is not cute.
It is not.
If you made a doll of it,
But
I'm
it's
certain you
gonna
could
be
make
cute when I
anything
stuff it.
cute. But
Okay, a stuffed
it's
animal doesn't necessarily have to be
not
taxidermy. Why not just make a
going to be
cheap-sized
easy, that
version
much
of
I would
it?
say.
Okay. Like, I can literally go get Baba to make you a fucking stuffed
Okay,
animal
it's
right now.
understandable.
Why are you...
That is cute. Okay,
That's what my
I
mom
see
did.
it.
I'm gonna have palpitations.
You think a
Any way you
stuffed
can
animal's
kill
gonna be
mistress.
out in the middle of the woods?
No, he wants
No, I'm
to
gonna kill a
kill a
behemoth and gut it.
behemoth and make it a taxidermy.
Okay,
Pretty much.
do you understand
Into a
the
stuffed
art of a taxidermy, how much stuffing would take, the materials needed, the chemicals you would need to preserve it and dry it out?
What are we
It's an
stuffing?
entire process to go through. Never mind, you're going to have to probably either get plastic or wax to do the teeth, the eyes,
A behemoth?
claws, since those do degrade
That's
over
why
time. It would be
I
so much easier to go
had
over
already
to our local
advised him,
textile
ma'am.
worker to go make you a stuffed animal.
I hear a whole lot of talking and not a whole lot of walking towards the behemoth cave. We can scout.
You are literally
We can scout
going
the cave and we can plan
the
later.
wrong fucking way as well, by the way, in case you're wondering.
I thought this was north and then west.
If you want to go there properly, you would already head west and go through up the passageway that's further that way over near the exit towards Moderna. But you
Wait,
know what?
wait. Are we
It's not like I've
actually
been here for
running the
months.
idea of actually fighting a
I mean, it's not gonna
behemoth
fucking
here?
work out at
Yes,
all.
I believe that was his
Come
intention.
with you. That warrior
Maybe the
is
behemoth is
usually
ticklish.
tripping over himself and is usually suppressing opponents into place in the ring.
Okay, we have a
The Reaper,
Warrior of Lighting? I
who
mean,
is
neither
either
of us
going
really
to
are.
body check it, likely not, or they're going to slice it to ribbons. White mage,
Neither of
they're
you
either
look
going
like
to
the
A,
warrior
suffocate it,
of
B,
light.
put rocks through its stomach, and another dark
Jesus,
knight.
you guys
Oh,
went
look,
all the way
look,
up here.
What? Are you
You look like
expecting tact?
the warrior
Are you expecting delicacy?
Darkness.
I'm thinking we're gonna run in there, chop its fucking legs off, and drag it over here.
But that's not how taxidermy works. You're trying to kill it without damaging it.
I think it looks nice.
Oh, right. I got
Look.
Okay.
Fjord. Come for me.
I swear I see a twinkle. Are you doing
I can
that?
do that too.
Come here.
Oh, there's a
We
whole
can go
like
look for
shimmer.
the study it.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it.
Listen, just go talk.
Man, everybody
to
and their
her.
mom decided to come up here.
Well, yeah, everyone had kind of basically vanished, so I'd asked where everybody went, and they said up north, and I walk around and realize you guys went all the way up north.
Appease you.
It's
Okay.
sparkly. Look at them.
Though I would not suggest
Okay.
going and fighting a behemoth just full send. It's a very dangerous beast.
PTSD when I
Right?
meet Hildebrand before.
Well, I won't just run in
Okay,
there and start
moving on.
fighting it. I have a steel shield. I'm gonna throw you guys in
you
later.
need the proper party.
You
Okay,
need
proper
this whole
party.
party
yes.
does not
Stick one
make
on.
sense. This is not gonna work out the way
And
I
depending on
We
how
know,
big the
it's
thing is you're fighting, you might actually need, more than one tank.
Not really.
Why
We got
are
three.
you-
Oh, a behemoth.
Yes.
We have 4, actually.
By the way, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, but wait.
Okay.
What are you?
How about we
healing?
go explore?
No.
We look at the cave. We see if
You have a
the
special
behemoth is in there. Then we come back and
play.
plan.
Oh,
Okay,
regardless.
And
that's
then
what
I-
you want to do.
Send a letter to my mother.
I'm better with planning. Did you say mommy?
This is not
I mean-
good.
Mother. I said mother.
This is just
Okay.
not
I mean,
good.
I am gonna warn you, if it is a behemoth that's in there, the idea of leaving without it chasing you and violently trying to crush you
I
is
can do
gonna
it.
be a bit of a...
Mom.
You can do it? Okay, alright,
I
you
am
can do
actually
it.
very good at that kind of stuff. I went to
I
school
am
for it and
horrible
wrote
at
a whole
anything
fucking
stealth
lecture
related.
about it.
I have
I will
Mom's
swing an
patience.
axe.
I can't work with Herd.
I'll bring anybody I can, as long as it doesn't get too damaged, and as long as I get all the
Fuck
credit.
leave.
Are you high?
Why do you need to kill it?
Oh, you speak my
Fuck me.
people.
I wish
Okay.
I was.
I gotta prove myself to my mother. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
You said she wanted you to bring
Okay,
your
I
dolls
respect that.
Yeah, I'm depressed.
So
He
is
wants
this
to
is this
prove
about
his
is
stuff.
this more about
No, stuff.
proving yourself or the stuffed animal?
I'm the 5th son in a long line of...
No, just answer the question.
I need to
I know.
Answer
the question.
question.
You need to prove
Do you
yourself.
want to prove? Or are you seriously about... Okay.
Okay. Then if you wished to slay a behemoth, firstly, you're going to need a party, which you have some of, and plenty more who are wishing to offer their skills to make certain you don't die. Secondly, you may want to train up a bit.
I can scout out the cave.
Mm-hmm. Mistress.
I can scout the
They
cave
want
out.
the what?
Yeah, I could
Train up a bit.
really
Yes.
Train, fight a few things.
I have been training. Look at this, okay? I got a shield, and I got a sword. I don't know anything about being a paladin or dark.
Okay, give me...
Okay.
Give,
I'm talking about Mama's boy.
Here, let's go and start with the basics, right? Give me a stance.
You already sound winded.
Okay. I've
Did
been
you?
through
You said you
many-
were from.
Okay.
I'm not winded. Fuck
You said you were from Lenosha.
Flimsy.
You are gonna fight, it's just going to get blood.
Yeah.
I'm going out of the snow.
Waste of energy, waste of time.
Oh, yes.
Well, well,
Wait. Okay, no. Please answer the
no, they,
question
so...
sincerely here. I'm wondering when they
Go ahead.
started.
Ass deep in the snow.
When did you become
said,
a
I'm
gladiator?
not pulling you out of the snow. And then you said, I'm not in the snow. You were definitely in the snow.
I didn't really pick up any direct roles on the way up here. I just picked up a shield.
You're not him
And
at
a
all.
sword.
We don't have a st-
You must have stopped through Gadania.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, he doesn't have his...
Listen.
Okay, I'll
Listen.
be quiet.
So I guarantee you have experience. In fact, I believe you've probably been through plenty. You actually probably haven't gone through a trial, but in a metaphorical sense, many trials. But the reason why we are reacting the way that we are is there are many things that are out here that could... Nicest way I could word it.
Fuck up your day.
The nicest way...
Permanently.
The nicest way is that you are not ready to fight a behemoth. You need to have training first.
Because it is no simple feat.
Oh, we have more coming up the hill.
I am not going through any
You
more
have.
goddamn dungeons. I don't
Well,
even
not,
think-
you know,
I would be
gonna
impressed
put
if
you
you went through any
Yeah, everyone's in town like chilling.
That's gonna be me. Be careful. You genuinely need training, and we all say this in the kindest way that we can,
Yes.
because we don't want to be retrieving your corpse out of a cave.
Yes. If I had to make a suggestion, if you wish to stay in the area, speak to the Elezen. They're in Camp Dragonhead. They should be able to... Stumbling over my words.
Sorry.
Speak to the Elezen.
Trying to make light.
Camp Dragonhead. They ought to be able to help you.
We gotta go to the tower.
We heard that. Thank you.
Damn it. Fuck your mission. Tower. Go to the tower.
Now loves the most powerful fucking guy here.
Whoa.
I would speak with the
I
guilds
care about this person.
in the other cities.
So, also, you have plenty of people here who are trained in the eloquencies of, you know,
We're talking about
taking
something.
a lot of the damage.
Okay.
You know, we can teach you, you know, what it means to do the job that you're trying to go for. Yeah, I
Trying
do
to
it
save
differently,
someone's
they
life,
do it
okay?
differently.
No, I know.
Here, in the meantime, though,
I can give you a
we
few
all,
steps if you like.
we do need to
Since they
go over
have
to the
something to
tower, and even better, this is a good job to see, you know, a bit more of the world and travel with someone to get a bit of that experience.
Yes, exactly.
Mm.
Heck, someone
got
might
you
even
on
be
this.
willing to hire you to be their escort.
I barely even hit you.
There you go.
I saw escorts in Golden Saucer, and I know.
A different kind of escort.
Not that kind of...
Not that kind.
Different kind. Alright, let's
Escort
go.
as in to guide someone to someplace.
Yes. Not that kind of escort. Well, not that there's really anything wrong with that kind of escorting, but...
No, not at all, actually.
If you wanted to become one, I would not blame you.
Putting my map away. Goddamn.
Okay. Can I see that map, actually?
Sure. Dragonhead, Camp Dragonhead, west of the beginning.
True.
Oh?
Someone was making fun of Ryder. I ran over and said, "You should be happy that they're making fun of you to your face instead of behind their back." And they just kind of took it at face value. And sometimes it's just
Might be after you, actually, now that I think about it.
throws me
You
off
stole
my
something
flow.
from them.
Ah, I see.
I expect escalation, not an end.
I suppose we shall see.
I admire his courage. He must have faced down a behemoth.
That being said, with what you said earlier,
Remember, the line between courage and stupidity is very thin.
we'll help him though. He's willing to.
Mm-hmm. Wait, do we have to walk up all the stairs?
We've gotta get our exercise in for the day.
Oh, we're going up there?
Yes, we are.
My back.
I bet. Hey, watch what you're doing.
Be giving out already, man.
I smacked the crap out of it just a second ago, so.
I thought he was just getting old.
Ryder.
My back. Yeah, what's up?
I mean,
Right.
exactly. That's what somebody who was
You
old
know
would
Liam's
say.
probably better than most of us. Do you think you can get them down to come join us?
Who now?
Wait. Nice to meet you, by the way. Again.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. Name's Ned, by the way.
Yep, good luck going up all them stairs.
Yep.
Feel sorry if you're wearing armor.
Was here last week.
Don't fall.
This is what happens when having a bigger shrine is actually useful.
Pleasure to meet you again.
No, such tiny stairs.
If only.
You are very bold today. You're not using the wall as a support.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Does that mean that you're getting better, or are you just being adventurous today?
Maybe a little bit of both.
Okay, well,
proud
if
of
you
you
fall,
either
just
way.
don't fall left.
Yep. I am leaning to the right.
I don't want to see it.
I wonder if there's anyone who actually grabbed onto those ropes and just rode them all the way down.
My friend's hurt.
Huh?
I can help it.
Oh no, why'd you put that idea in my head? Oh,
I didn't do it.
stop.
Doesn't
Stop.
seem particularly structurally
Call of
sound.
the void, call of the void.
Ah, no, it calls loud.
Okay. I thought I had enough
No,
for this.
I'm a large man, I'll leave a dent in the ground.
I know that we can't really see them, but those are holding up chandeliers, so...
What idea did you give me?
Yeah.
No, there's ropes that go all the way to the bottom. Somebody just
I wouldn't
run
do
over,
that.
grab down, and ride all the way down.
I really wouldn't.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I love the extra flight.
Don't worry, Aster. I wouldn't do it.
Chandeliers. Chandeliers.
It's more like if it pulls the ceiling down on top of your head.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it, Aster. Don't worry.
Ryder, look.
Okay, I thought I would have enough to get to the top by, like powering through it. That was not the case. My lungs burn.
You know the proper breathing technique, right? I presume you were taught it?
Yes.
In through the nose, out through the mouth.
Would you mean me being here for this conversation, or do I need to perhaps give you more privacy?
You are fine as a rule, although I will like to assist you
Hey,
there's
the
criminal.
Sit on the stairs. I'm gonna go sit on the stairs.
Take all the time you need, I will go over some of the...
Excuse me now.
Yeah, affectionate.
Wouldn't mind if I could sit on the
Sorry.
I think it's time.
Except for some of us.
Go
No.
right ahead. Stephen.
Tried to power through that,
Large
and
man.
that was very much a mistake.
Why you stand behind us? Because we're short.
I got it.
We're there.
You give me gloves.
Sit down. Are you gonna be comfortable? Why you sit on top of it? Why you
You
climb
gotta
it
cramp
instead
your
of
arm doing that.
We have to figure out the entire
Fine, I can scoot my seat over.
Thank you. Sorry.
It's not just us.
I'll sit near the
Alright.
kids.
Everyone is settled down. Let's get to it. So, earlier today I received a missive from the Astrologian Guild, basically bitching about how they need more data. So, I'm going to be spreading you all out over the rest of Atheris. Luckily, not as concise of locations. You have a much broader scale to work with. But we do need to plant these sensors, and then hopefully in about a week's time, since the sensors will be literally all over Atheris, hopefully they will be able to actually give us a plan to work with now. So, in about a week's time, that's what you will be doing. Good luck, Ryder, talking to the Astrologian, because he is your favorite. Oh, he's drinking water. Give him a minute to react. Give it a second. Everyone stare. Just stare.
Everyone stare at him! Point and stare!
You are a ballsy
There.
gladiator, my man. You just backhanded
This
the
man
warrior of light,
was-
my dude.
Hydrating. You guys don't even have a fucking sip a day. I'm looking at all of you.
We talked about I had a nice sip of the day. Don't worry.
I am hydrating with alcohol.
But I love the dews of the
This
mountain.
man gets distracted so easily.
Got it.
I've got
Technically,
tea right
it
here.
is strong water.
It's
No,
dehydrating.
Bjorn.
Oh.
It's not.
Alcohol dehydrates you.
It is not how you hydrate.
Well, that's
That's why I drink tea or water.
Your body
I
must
just stick to the
expel
dews of the
water.
mountain.
Flush
Spicy
it out
water.
of your
Good for
system.
me.
You go down to the beach, you get that Baja.
Spicy water.
spicy.
Why is the
the time.
water spicy?
I basically live on the bar.
Were you drinking lava, Ned?
You live up to the code then?
No, that's a spicy earth.
Lilima?
Ah, okay, you're right.
If you want to
Spicy
get a
earth.
assignment, I can deliver.
Oh.
No, you can't. No, you cannot.
I mean, I can give her her
Sorry
assignment.
about that.
Oh,
The
thank God. Okay,
That's right.
yeah.
what is it?
Don't worry.
You get to talk to an astrologian.
Next week,
No.
Are you excited?
we'll be going to go back to the Astrologian Guild, since the sensors will be quite literally everywhere, to see if they found any information. So you're gonna go talk with the Astrologian. He's your favorite, so
Are you
Have a
talking
sandwich
about
ready.
that? Are you talking about that one guy?
have a sandwich ready.
That one guy. Hate
Yep.
that guy.
Myself off this tower now.
Hate that guy.
That's why I wouldn't let you use the bathroom.
Wrong way, Ryder.
Wrong way for that.
Look, I won't do it, but I hate that guy, man. Right.
Yeah, that
I'll be
guy.
there with you, don't worry.
Did you hear that? He hates that guy.
I can't go up there, but you have a
I
great
was
time.
about to say that this is kind of like just normal behavior a little bit.
But to get back on track, so I will be sending you to some rough
I'm jump.
locations, and yeah, but you know the drill by now. Evelyn, you and your husband will stick near here since Ren is going stir crazy. So I need to send him out.
That's fine. I'm used to this area. I think we both are.
Holy
Totally
shit.
fine.
Thanks for the tier 3, dude.
Lovely. I've made a list for quite a couple of you, although there's a couple of names I do not have on there. For those people who are not on there, you can choose to participate or not. If you choose to participate, please go talk to the person you would like to go with. With that out of the way, let us begin. Mia, Atlas, you both will be going to the Ruby Sea. There's quite a couple of storms there at the current moment. But it should be warm and delightful. Enjoy the sounds.
Yes.
Alright, Neb, Dilla. You both will be going to Baja. Oh, dear. Am I dying? Or is someone
Yippee.
else dying?
Nope.
No, you're good.
Okay, sorry.
Fine.
Sorry. Apologies. The world
Uh,
stopped for a moment.
Is there anywhere specifically out there in Baja? Is it like all the way out in Zadnor or just the front?
I don't know too much about the terrain there, I will not lie, so I'll leave that to the two of you. Just
Yes, ma'am.
preferably not too close to each other.
Understood.
Wonderful. Let's see. Niche, Ren, Balamalt.
Oh,
Ew.
good luck.
Okay. Make sure you tell Aki. This one's also for you, Kane. You'll be going to Eureka. Specifically Pyros. I told you you would. Wherever he is. Where
Oh,
is
Kane headed out a while ago.
Where is Kane?
So,
Oh, I guess you should tell
I
her.
guess I can relay that to both of them.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Wonderful.
Good old Eureka.
Enjoy Eureka. It'll be funny. Bella, you'll be going to Kugane. Once again, you already know about the multiple monsoons happening around there, so do be wary. They might close their ports if it gets too bad, so best to hurry and make your way there before that happens. Dyer, you'll be going to the Azim Steppe.
Sending me home.
Correct. So you should know your way around.
Hello. He's just asking if to sit on my lap.
You already know there, but I'll state it anyway. You'll be heading over towards the burn. Try not to get lost.
Oh boy.
Sarai, Aster, you'll be going to Greylicks Bend. In case you're wondering where that is. Actually, you should both know where that is, actually. I don't think I need to say anything.
We know.
Yes.
Wonderful. Ina, Zai, Doma.
Oh boy.
Doma. Okay, glad. You look very confused.
Say from there before I got run out when I was a child, so I've never been.
Oh. Well. Well.
Oh, hilarious.
Good luck.
You went to find something very new. Totally was going. Oh yeah, no,
Crystal. If you couldn't tell, you're my favorite. So Charlian. Kaliandra. You'll be going over to... God, how do I say this? Dalvalin Graf. If you know what that is. Okay, I'm glad you do. I didn't.
I'm feeling much better.
Ravenaster and
After more or less an extra day's I just have to fix my sleep schedule. My sleep schedule's awful.
Congrats.
What did they say? Ryder Crystal Whale?
It's crazy how consistently they've been able to get you with worms in so many different places.
I told you. You're gonna get 8.
My yes is see me after me.
Not very becoming of the warrior of light.
There it is. There it is.
Relax.
Contain your excitement. It's okay.
Just make sure the fist doesn't land on somebody's face.
He's so excited, bro.
Jumping for joy.
I know.
He's so happy.
Sit your ass down. You have too much energy.
Crack the floor.
Our bets were made wisely. We gambled and won.
I think he's really excited to get shit out of a worm again.
I
Get the full
know.
experience
I
this
get my
time.
money back. I'm fine.
That's
I
fine.
keep my money.
Send on more missions that involve.
Are you well?
Well, I plan
Hey, Aster.
He's not.
Yes.
Hey, Aster, can I?
Please continue to
Can I? Aster, let me. Hey, Aster.
Yes, Sir Ryder.
Am I well?
I think that's a mental damage.
Somehow you answered that question by re-asking it.
I think you caused her psychic damage.
Don't worry, Aster. Don't worry, Aster. You know, you know what, Aster?
Considering what Miss Sarai has told me of some of your exploits, I think you can handle a couple of worms.
Of course. It'll be.
Understood.
It'll be a.
Control yourself.
Those were sounds. Those were definitely sounds, man.
Yeah, it's
You definitely got that light in you.
It's
making you act up.
Alright.
You ever thought about being a bard? Got the tones
I'm
for
okay,
it.
Aster. I'm fine. Let me just sit down. Let me just.
You think about them worms.
Let me just.
Worms.
His wife is lucky with a ton of these.
Yes. All right.
Alright, our hearty
So,
laughers.
Everyone knows where they're going to be going. Neb is going to prep up the sensors for everyone. Thank you for that, by the way. For those names who were not called, once again, I reiterate, you can either A, abstain from participating, or you can go join in with the person you would like to go with. Once again, next week, please go visit the Astrologian Guild, and no matter how much of a dickwit they may be about giving us information, we do, in fact, need that. So, just give them the fucking sandwich.
I'm gonna try and get a hold of Aviva before we go there. Save us the
I
hassle.
volunteer for Gullible.
I'll get a sandwich anyway ahead of time.
What if the head of the Astrologian Guild was a fan order? How do you think it would go then?
Travel time. If they've already been there and they to get there, that might be a bit troublesome for you.
Oh, you can smell it?
Do you convert?
That's your answer. You can smell the sand. You can smell the sand. It's already hitting his
It's just familiar terrain.
territory. Yes.
What you did?
Slowly losing his mind.
As there's not currently much more that needs to be said on the topic of the sensors.
Quickly.
Is there anything people would like to discuss? Any questions, concerns, literally anything while everyone is together? No? You're good?
No, but I'm
Hold on, Maran.
Lovely.
Reapers, what are the names of your void scent?
Alright,
I think we're listening in on this.
Not this again.
I
You're about to what?
What's your boyfriend's name?
I already got mine.
You did good! A+ student!
Yeah. Yippee! Yippee!
Mine's many!
Sensors.
If that is all, then you are free to go and receive your sensor from Neb once they have it configured to your location. If there's no questions?
Question for at least you.
Yes.
Where do you specifically want my sensor to go since I'm staying here? Because I can easily go get that done. Not Stormcook, I know that much. There's already
Honestly,
I'm pretty sure there's already one here already.
you know what?
one here.
What are you doing?
No, there hasn't. It was planted one. I believe that one
Alright.
had to be
Let's see, you
taken
got the steps,
off
right?
because they were attracting monsters.
Oh,
So,
right.
how about
I've
you
seen people do
plant
this at the
one just
saucer.
at the top of the observatory for now, so it's not at least on the ground. And then make sure
Alrighty.
not
Where
exactly am I going again? Old Charlie.
Alright. Where you heading?
Have fun, and be for sure to visit Numenon.
Will do.
Speaking of which,
Maybe read a
please stay away from the Archon loaf.
Would you mind just continue on this?
I could be selfish and be like,
Oh,
yeah.
you actually want to go to the barn?
Your winnings are already taken.
As you
You can gain 10% out of your winnings.
Which one of you is going to Garmos?
Niche is here.
Sure.
That one. The male Figaro.
Laugh right there.
So
many questions.
This one.
No idea about that.
Oh yes.
It's gonna be a long
Us
trip.
too.
Might
do
might
you
I
drink
volunteer to
That's
go?
gonna happen for
Since
you.
it is familiar territory,
I know.
and I might be able to talk to locals
Excited.
on your behalf. They might be a little
Well, we
hostile.
are allies with the Garleans, and again,
Understandable, but as you should know, there is some who are rather
Indeed.
rocky.
Especially about dynamis.
Are you going by yourself to Sandworms?
so we're still kind of allies with them in a way.
I'll go with you since you're by yourself.
Apologies. My point is, they might be more trusting if they had one
No
of
problem.
their own with them.
Haven't been there in a long
So,
time.
Aster, shall we go and ask Neb and see if we can secure ourselves an airship?
Sure.
Of course, I'd be more than
Yes. Be done in a moment.
Excuse me, gonna go put my sensor up here.
Doesn't
I'm
matter
gonna need a
what
minute, you know. I'm gonna need a minute.
It's not that big of a deal. You got this.
Sometimes the time. Annoyed by my presence already. Pretty sure you had your little.
You're right, we fired. I'm sorry.
That's why people take
Someone's already going.
Yeah.
What's the name?
Six about in
That's the nicest word I can use.
6 in total.
I would say I am well.
Oh, it is.
You know, an olive branch from time to time.
Burn is covered, so
A little bit of extra plating.
The burn and the steps are the only other two I know that have possible worms.
Need to fix something.
All right.
They're not as
Sort of.
quick as the
Actually,
as
no.
others.
Seven,
Because there is a place in Garlemald that I remember.
I guess you can leave
They have even bigger
Aster and
ones.
mine
And they're
with
nasty.
you, since we're going to be going the same direction anyway.
Yeah,
Still
but
down
Garlemald's
for
being
that?
taken by those two, so
Definitely
it's...
am. Considering that one
I think
right
it's
there
all the
wants to see
spots
the
with
red sea,
worms.
it's gonna be a whole day. Technically, with
Yes, the Ruby Sea.
Where is the
I've actually used to
interesting
go to
presence.
Sea.
I do also see the fact that he is, and I say this with due love and respect, knowing also that she is in the presence an idiot.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Why do you think I said earlier it was when we had other adventures, I mothered him.
Alright, I'll leave the preparation to you, and we'll catch up with you soon enough.
Where are we heading? Where are the sandworms are? I don't remember.
Sense?
Dalmasca.
Oh, I remember.
He's got that light on him, making him act up.
Right.
He's gonna take care of that with us, since we're gonna go
So just so you know,
all together.
sensor right there.
Yes.
This right here is the sensor. I showed you it
Makes
before.
sense.
Extremely
Perhaps we
simple.
can
I
be
already
of
have it
assistance
automatically
if
set
we
for
have any
you.
trouble while
Whenever you get closer to the area that you need to, it'll start to glow red. Whenever it starts to
Indeed.
blip red, you'll
We're
place
also
it on
probably
the
gonna see
ground,
about stopping
give
by
us a call.
Kugane, see if we
We'll
can
take
get you
care of the
tuned over
rest.
to the
You'll
ether
watch
right
it
there.
sink
That
into
way
the
you can get
ground,
an easy
the
access
sensor
over
will
there.
activate it.
Since we'll be in the region.
I
Understood.
wouldn't say no. It would at least make traveling to and from there a lot easier. It'd be a nice opportunity to see it. I never had the opportunity.
Well, when you do get it tuned over there, then I can at least take you over to Shirogane. At least go visit home for a bit.
Perhaps.
Invite you over for tea. I think that would be
Yes.
quite lovely. Probably not this week, but
Any
we'll
of
plan
the,
for something.
both of the people going to the Ruby Sea already left.
Ruby Sea.
Gotcha.
If we're still there.
Also, just letting you know, we actually will.
I do fuck with that, but listen.
Where are you guys heading?
It's better to know.
Down towards, well, southeast of Boja.
We're going to the southeast.
Down
of
to the Great
Bojan.
Forest.
Be safe for
Technically,
them to be
directions are
traveling
kind of the
through
same,
Garlemald,
so
I think.
I'm actually going to be flying them there. So
I
we
think
got a
they'll
little
be
bit of a
fine.
trip ahead of us. We've got the Red
More
Sea,
than anything, they'll have to
going
deal
on
with the
Enclave, all the way down
rampant
to theirs,
magitech that's still
and
going
Boja.
on, but I think they'll be
So it
fine.
should be a whole fun trip for you.
Up like that?
We're gonna stop by Kugane and head up to the
Yes.
other side. Maybe see if I'm still around in town.
Maybe on our way back, we can stop in the Ruby
Yeah,
Sea.
we'll see what we can do.
Then we can have a good drink.
Yeah, I mean, my parents will be in the city as well.
No worries.
We get a fun little day for all
I
of us.
do apologize. Not exactly the funnest. guest
Sure,
to
why
live,
not?
And I know it's not the best.
We'll see what we can
place,
do.
But try to make it as entertaining as I can.
See you back at home.
Yeah, just hope we don't have to go near any of the buildings or whatever.
We should. And a lot of things have been cleaned up there, but
Some guardian that seems to insist
and a
on
lot of
traveling with them.
Did they get rid of the building? I'm pretty sure one of the highest
I think
ones
they'll be
is that big
fine.
castle.
Niche and the others
I
can
think
handle
we have to
themselves.
go.
castle actually. It's been remodeled.
Besides,
It's repaired.
I know. Besides, if the Garlean does try something,
Controlling it.
the Grand Alliance will
is,
take
but-
care of that very quickly.
Perhaps, yes.
I'll have them drink.
Before that, something happens.
Well,
I don't know.
I think it'd be good to be.
I've seen what
sober.
they're capable of. It's...
Yeah.
I can remember clearly.
But I don't think he's gonna want to cross two Reapers.
There's been a lot of things that have been
I don't know if
back
he's
down.
stupid enough to wear that armor around here.
I know it might not bring back the best memories, but there's been a lot of love and care put into it.
I mean, to be fair, Axel was doing the same.
Axel.
More drink.
Kane's friend.
Yes.
The other Garlean.
Yes.
Yeah, we're all gonna be taking a trip on the airship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of our paths link up, so we'll be going with.
More like she has more.
We'll be taking a trip
You're going to
together
be
with
going
three groups.
lying. They're going with me on my ship.
Wonder if they even
Wait,
Feeling
you are?
remorse for what they've done.
Yeah, because we're going to the same spot.
One stage below us.
Oh.
We need privacy.
I'll drop by off
Yeah,
my
Chloe, and I'll meet you inside the
Put
ship.
yourself in their shoes. Do you think that we would feel remorse?
Okay. Hey, yo, when you finish with your senses, please make your way downstairs as I need to have a private conversation with a couple of people. Please and thank you. Once you receive
Does
them.
anybody up there need their sensors prepped?
It's not mine. Here's your sensor.
You wanna go and sit and talk for a bit?
Perhaps, yes.
Mine's all set.
Alright,
I
I'm
haven't
going
seen
down.
Ren come down here.
Going down for
Catch up with you in a bit, Nab.
I love corralling.
I hope I'm not one of those cats that wants to be corralled.
Listen, you get one of the pairs, you go get another deal what's already out.
I hope I don't need to be one of those cats.
good.
Oh, no. Apparently not. Oh! Jesus Christ. Careful, it's a bit grabby.
Okay. Yes, I was like, let me move forward. That's why these stairs are very treacherous. I hate these stairs. Specifically these. Oh, thank God. Oh, Lord. Oh, thank the mayor, the ground floor. The ground floor, thank Lord. Okay.
Yep.
Where to? You wanna go and sit inside, or do you wanna go down over that way?
I suppose somewhere inside wouldn't be bad. All things considered, it is still quite cold.
Not wrong. This one won't work. There's too many crafting materials in there. Let's go on this one. So, what's been new with you? Aside from your crafting and whatnot.
Nothing much. It's not. I'm not crazy. before.
Never said that you were.
I'm not ill at. I'm not crazy for being ill at ease around them, am I?
No.
To everything they put us through. Not just an Eorzea or an Authard.
I know. They've affected a lot of lives. You're not wrong for disliking them, hating them. Worried. Your emotions are valid in that sense.
My every instinct screams to strike them down. For everything I have seen. Can't help but see them as a threat. In such a short period of time, they spread. And all along the way destroying countless lives. Just boggles the mind.
You must wonder how it is we managed to broker a peace.
Yes.
Well, there is a story behind it.
Yes.
But to get to that point, I would need to finish telling you the one that...
You know,
the one that I have been telling you for some
story
time.
would be nice. Something to get my mind off my troubles. Concerns bothering me as of late. Would love to listen.
Very well. Do you remember where I left off, by chance? I know we were talking about Doma and Kugane. I believe, if memory serves...
Yes.
We were...
I believe you had mentioned the liberation of Doma. I think that is the last thing I recall. At least you were getting to the part where you were talking about coming up with a plan and everything. I mentioned a few details while we were traveling this past week.
Ah, now I remember. Yes.
Something about a kind old warrior.
Gosetsu.
Yes. Would have very much liked to have met him. He sounded...
Is he private?
Oh.
Up to you.
I don't mind. If you're willing to come and listen. Telling
Depends on
me
what it's
some of
about,
their
I suppose.
stories. If you find it not to your liking, then I suppose you could go
Leave,
about
yeah.
your day if you wanted to.
I was teaching the so-called gladiator a little bit of moves.
Well, hopefully he takes them to heart.
Seems like he is.
Right. In regards to Gosetsu, you still can find him. He's out and about traveling Authard.
Ah, well, perhaps one day.
Well, to get ahead of myself a little bit, he left the service of, Lord Hien. Went in to go and travel on his own and discover himself a bit.
Mm.
But, to go back to where we left off. Yes, a plan was needed to find a way to liberate Doma. Yatsuyu, the viceroy, had a very firm grip with her Garlean regiments, having a stranglehold on the lands. The plan was to find the rightful ruler of Doma, Lord Hien. Although, ever since the time of when Doma fell, Lord Hien had gone into hiding. No one really knew where he was hiding at. Turns out, one of our traveling companions, a shinobi Ara named Yugiri. She knew exactly where Lord Hien was, along with Gosetsu, her traveling companion.
Yes.
They took us up to the Azim Steppes, where the Aura tribes of the Zela reside.
I'm familiar with the Zela.
Was there after. Their tribes are very interesting. Dozens of them, each one with their own culture about them. Makes it a little hard to keep track. But through some searching and questioning around, we found out where Lord Hien was located. And it was here that we realized why he had not returned to Doma. Not that he was afraid of returning, but it was more of he had a plan to liberate it. He wanted to rally the tribes of the Zela together into an army to march upon Doma and free it. Now, rallying a single tribe of Zela is difficult in and of itself. Rallying any tribes altogether, and including multiples of them, is daunting, to say the least.
Can quite imagine.
Indeed. However...
Oh, come on, they're not that bad.
When you go by tradition like them, it gets a little bit complicated. However, Lord Hien found a little loophole, as it were. He discovered that a contest was being held soon. A contest for control of the steppes. Now, the Mall tribe, the biggest tribe, or was it the smallest tribe? I do not remember. I keep getting them mixed up. One of the tribes has held control for quite a long period of time. They were constantly fighting with another one of the more bloodthirsty tribes, the Dorthal, if memory serves me correctly. I take it you have experience with them?
I do, yes. Especially one of the leaders.
Ah, Sadu, I'm assuming.
I do, yes.
That's a woman and a half.
That's who I want to meet.
Oh.
She does not mince her words.
No. Go on, sorry, I was...
Anyways.
Good times.
Yes. So, these two tribes were the ones primarily vying for control of the steppes. Basically, they were the ones who dictated a lot of what happens around the steppes. But Lord Hien figured out that one particular tribe that he had grown close with and was very good friends with, if he could get that tribe into control, they could rally all the tribes together, therefore granting Lord Hien his army to march against Doma. Well, there's only one small problem with that. This particular tribe had no combatants. They were a peaceful tribe. So, how does one fight for a tribe? Well, you had to pass the rite of you have to complete a rite of passage with the Zela. A challenge known as Bardam's Medal. And you had to get through that to prove your worth and tame a falcon known as a Yawl. Very large falcon-like beast.
Hmm.
And by doing so, you were proven to be a child of the steppes. And so that is what we did. We set out and passed a number of trials that were set by, well, presumably the progenitors of the tribes. The Dawn Mother and the Dusk, or the Dusk Mother and the Dawn Father. I think that's right. Yes. Upon completing those trials, we proved our worth to the Yawl. By taming one of them, we were basically guaranteed that we would be considered children of the steppes. Now, of course, this would have been too easy if that had just been the case. Upon our return and making our way back towards the other tribe, we were intercepted by the primary leadership tribe of
Tyr knows
the
exactly where
steppes.
I'm at.
Seems their leader wanted to meet with us. And, well, there was no chance of us refusing. The leader of this tribe was a man named Magni. You are very familiar with him. He is very much at odds with the Dorthal. They're very much rivals.
Hatred.
Yeah. Very much so. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Not as
after a
familiar with the
lengthy
individual
conversation,
tribes. I'm trying to keep track of them all, but I see.
It's confusing. Trust me. Yeah. Even I struggle with that still. Regardless, after a lengthy conversation with him and being forced to reveal our plans, he declared that there was no way that the tribe that we would be supporting would ever take the throne. The Dawn Throne, essentially.
Can only
Whoever
assume
controls
that
the Dawn Throne is the one who's...
you proved him wrong.
Indeed. Come the day of this challenge and competition, as it were, we had proved our worth. The fighters of the steppes are no joke. They do have a very good reputation. So it was a well and hard-fought battle. Eventually, though, we did succeed and we prevailed. The tribe that we were supporting ascended to the throne, took over the throne, and they became the rulers of the steppe until the next competition would roll around. The mall.
The mall, yeah. They wear
Thank
red.
you.
You have red, blue, and yellow, pretty much. Dorthal is where Sadu is from. And then the Oranir? The Oranir wear yellow, which is where
That's who they are. Thank you, thank you.
And that is the tribe
we
led
go.
by Magni. The other one you were
Yes.
talking about.
Oranir.
I see.
Yes.
Oranir.
The mall is the tribe that we supported.
I see.
A very small tribe indeed. Probably no more than like a couple dozen at
Very
the
sweet
most.
people.
Very. So, the mall took over the throne. They became the rulers of the steppe until such time as the competition will roll around in a set number of years. But that would give us more than enough time to put our plan into motion. We met with several of the tribes, and together we rallied their forces. And so we marched upon Doma. But there was one other trick Lord Hien had up his sleeve. See, the Garleans would fight tooth and nail to hold a castle. But what happens when you destroy the castle?
Why would you...
Exactly.
I mean, but how would you, in the first place? If it's so well defended, surely Doma Castle was easily defensible. Well, I mean,
It was. So, Doma Castle had two things going for it. Situated in basically a large lake with basically a singular point, a couple singular points of entry to get in and out, right? Furthermore, the Garleans had erected shield barriers to block any ships coming in and out, sailing ships. With some clever ingenuity and some wise thinking, Lord Hien realized that if you destroyed a waterfall, a very large waterfall, and re-diverted it, he could flood out Doma Castle, sinking it, essentially. Not sinking it all the way down, of course, but enough that it would flood it.
Flood the streets.
It causing enough chaos that it would... causing enough chaos that we could get in. And doing so, he also enlisted the aid of the Confederacy, the pirates of the Ruby Sea. See, the pirates of the Ruby Sea don't necessarily care for the Garleans either. They don't necessarily pay their tithe. And if you don't pay the tithe in the Ruby Sea, well,
then
the Confederacy is going to come after you.
I see.
Indeed.
Perhaps not
And
allies.
of course, the Confederacy
but,
was...
the old saying, enemy of my enemy is...
Exactly.
A friend. Fair enough.
Indeed. And the Confederacy wanted to see trade flow once again. So...
More money for them.
Indeed. A win-win in all regards. So, with the combined forces and the flooding of Doma Castle, we assaulted it by sea, by air, and by land. Our group, Ryder, and the rest of our company. We stormed Doma Castle, fought our way through, finally confronting Yatsuyu in the end. Now, she, of course, was unwilling to surrender. But Lord Hien determined that enough was enough. He struck her down. However, in so doing,
Cold blood.
Yatsuyu had a little backup plan of herself. She rigged the room to blow, basically.
Explosives. You see.
So, out of character, I gotta go. It's 4 a.m. So, okay. I'll see you guys.
Oh, okay.
Take care.
Bye. Okay.
Hi everyone, it's 11 o'clock.
Anyways.
We're all gonna, some of us are going to move to
So,
formation if you wish to come.
Yatsuyu rigged her throne room to explode. Basically trying to take us down with her. It was through this that Gosetsu basically sacrificed his life to let us escape from the collapsing ceiling, buying us time.
But you said he survived.
Yes, we're not entirely sure how. The Kami probably can be thanked for that somehow. How he survived, we do not know. However,
pure luck.
As it would turn out, it was not just him that survived. Yatsuyu did as well. Although she was near death from what we were told when Gosetsu found her. They apparently washed up on a small island together.
They all the way out to sea.
They flooded the place, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but I didn't think Doma was that close to the ocean.
So, imagine our
suppose with
surprise
all
when
the
we get the
excess
news
flooding.
that Gosetsu lived and Yatsuyu did too. However, when we found out that Yatsuyu... When we met with Yatsuyu, she didn't remember anything. She lost her memories.
What?
Indeed. A strange turn of events, and one that was very confusing to say the least. We didn't know if this was real or if this was a fake.
I'll say.
Indeed.
Very
Gosetsu
convenient.
had taken to caring for her, giving her the name Suyu, to not use her other name. Because as far as the people of Doma knew, Yatsuyu was dead. However, Yatsuyu was very much alive. As it turns out, well, that caused problems. However, before that all came to a head, we got a interesting message. The Garleans wanted to talk peace, or they wanted to make an accord. A Garlean by the name of Asahi arrived in Doma. He wanted to broker a trade. He wanted to make an exchange for the prisoners of Doma that were pressed into Garlean servitude, in exchange for... He wanted something specific in exchange. His sister. Guess who?
Yatsuyu is his sister.
Correct.
Convenient.
Very much so. Now, this trade and a subsequent agreement that was to be adhered by both sides, there was very much doubt that this would ever have been upheld. Along with the whole promise of returning Yatsuyu and the whole no summoning primals clause, which, as you know, the Garleans detest primals, or icons, as they call them.
Icons, primals, whatever you wish to call them. I see no reason
Still the
why that
same
would be an
thing.
issue here.
Well, because if they remember, part of the Garleans' reason for campaigning against the rest of the world was because that icons were being summoned. Icons are a threat.
So they claimed.
Indeed. Anyways.
Yet they still stormed our lands.
While all of this was happening, Suyu decided to go out on her own. She escaped. Well, not necessarily escaped. She slipped the gaze of Gosetsu and the other guards. Made her way into Yangsha, the nearby town. That was where the people found out that Yatsuyu still lived. Now, this was where we realized that Suyu truly didn't have her memories. She knew nothing. She couldn't understand why people hated her. After spiriting her away and Lord Hien having a very painful conversation with the townsfolk, was when plans started unveiling themselves. Asahi had an ulterior motive, as one would expect. See, this young individual... how's the best way to describe him? If there was a fanatic for loving Xenos Galvus, it would be him.
The son of the Emperor.
Correct. Now, if you recall, Xenos... well...
You had mentioned him once.
Yes, this boy was very much...
He was there during the attack on Rauger's Reach.
Yep.
He was the one who brought Ryder to his knees.
Correct.
So he has a disciple.
Basically.
For the rest of the...
I
have to head home.
Alright, take care.
It's good to see you. Take care.
And now I'm realizing I'm probably skipping around in the story a little bit. But, no matter. It all ends up in the same place anyways. So, I'll finish this part of this vert part of it, and then we can go back a little bit. As I did miss a fair portion. My mind travels sometimes.
It is fine.
Anyways. Asahi, in his obsession, wanted nothing more to gain the favor of Xenos. And he wanted to regain his... He wanted to gain his former position, basically. See, Asahi had lost his position because of the failures of Yatsuyu. Now, in order to further his plans, it would be later discovered that Asahi found a particular little relic. A Kojin relic, to be precise. He then met with Yatsuyu, gave her this relic, told her it was a little gift. She would know what to do with it when the time came. We, of course, didn't think too much on it. Of course, it was a private-ish conversation. We only caught whispers of it. But we thought it was a harmless trinket at first. See, Asahi wanted to accelerate Yatsuyu gaining her memories back. He did so
Good night. Thanks for the
by bringing in their parents. Now, the siblings' parents are the ones who sided with the Garleans when the Garleans came in, basically selling out Doma for position of power. And because of Yatsuyu's failure, the family had fallen from grace. And they were not very happy. As we would find out, Asahi and their parents were exceedingly abusive. And I do mean exceedingly abusive. It's no wonder why Yatsuyu turned out the way she did. Does it excuse her? No.
No. No, of course not.
No. But when Yatsuyu met her parents, an altercation took place, as we would find out the following morning. We found the parents dead, stabbed to death. Yatsuyu went missing. She killed them. Enough was enough, it seemed.
She remembered.
Indeed. the day came that we would complete the trade. Basically, a prisoner exchange. We gathered in the nearby castrum, just outside of Doma Castle. It was there that the trade would take place. And that was there that Asahi revealed his true plan. Yatsuyu was there, confronted him. And then, well... Remember that little relic he gave her?
Yes.
See, that relic, and in particular relics of antiquity, kami living inside them. Think of them as spirits of sorts.
Yes.
We worship the kami. They are essentially the equivalent of Eorzeus 12 to us. This particular kami had latched onto Yatsuyu's hatred, grief, or anger, all of it. Pain, especially. Asahi revealed several chests lying around. Crystals. And so Yatsuyu turned into a primal. A primal known as Tsukuyomi. To perhaps give a better title to this primal, the goddess of the moon. And so, because a primal had been summoned on non-Garlean land, Asahi declared that, well, Doma was forfeit and the Garleans would move back in. That was his
So it was all the trick.
Exactly.
To give him an excuse.
And it left us to deal with the now transformed Yatsuyu. We had to deal with the primal Tsukuyomi. Which we did. That was an experience, to say the least. When it was all said and
She
done
did this
after
willingly.
defeating Tsukuyomi, yes, she did. See, this is where we also found out that Yatsuyu had a little plan of her own. As she lay there dying, and as you are aware, those who are host to primals, well, they don't live afterwards. They fade away. Everything fades away. As she was fading away, Asahi came over to gloat. And in fact, brutally shot her a few times. His hatred was surmountable. And that was when Yatsuyu struck. Using the last remaining vestige powers of Tsukuyomi, she drove 2 swords into his heart. And killed him. Proclaiming at the last that she finally knew peace.
See.
With the primal done and Asahi dead, that left us in a little bit of a quandary. Fortunately, Asahi's right-hand man, a Garlean named Maxima, took it upon himself, since he was the next in command, to basically say, well, it was Asahi's doing, there would be no fault to Doma. The deal would be adhered to, the prisoners would be released and returned. See, Maxima was part of the, I guess, Garlean resistance to what was going to Garlemald He didn't approve of what was happening.
I see. At least an honorable man in some way.
Indeed, if you can believe that.
It is difficult, but I believe your words.
So, with the prisoners returned home, families were reunited. Doma at least would know peace. And at least no threat from Garlemald for a time. At least, hopefully that was the wish at the time, that no Garleans would come and ruin things. So, to jump back a bit. After Doma had been freed, Lord Hien took over as ruler. And he would promise his support to freeing Alamigo to the west. He would lend his aid. And so, with support secured, we returned back to Girabania, pushing our way further north to liberate Alamigo itself. After several battles, we found ourselves in a region outside of Alamigo known as the Locks. It was during our time pushing up north, however, that we found out that one of the scions had been kidnapped by Xenos. A scion by the name of Kryl. Why Xenos took an interest in her, I am not sure. However, all that we found out was that he'd kidnapped her. Last we knew that she was kept somewhere in Alamigo itself, and putting us in a little bit of a quandary as to how to rescue her. Thankfully, one of the other scions had a plan and was feeding us intelligence. We, together with the grand companies of Eorzea, we finalized our plans to assault Alamigo. The main thing was getting into the city proper. The city gates were a couple feet thick of solid metal. Very defensible.
Not breaking through.
Not easy to break through. No. And the walls, of course, are solid stone. We don't necessarily have airships to get across the walls, so how did we get through? Well, fun little trick of fire and ice.
I don't quite follow. What do you mean?
What happens when you heat metal to its near melting point, and then you freeze it?
It becomes brittle.
Exactly. The plan was to use cannon fire and combination of thaumaturgic fire magic, bombard a singular point of the door right where the seam was at its base. Bombard that singular point, glowing hot.
It's
force
a
enough heat
brute
through
force
that
method, but I cannot deny that possibility.
Indeed. So, we did exactly that. Heated up the door, froze it over, bombarded it with cannon fire. Eventually, the door shattered open, at least enough that granted us access.
I see.
And so the battle for Alamigo began. While the Grand Companies took care of the Garlean forces, Ryder and the rest of us would push through into the palace. Our goal? Cut down Xenos and stop him once and for all.
I imagine he put up quite the fight.
Oh, he very much wanted to fight. That man was obsessed with fighting. He wanted a challenge.
I see.
He claimed that every opponent he had ever faced, except Ryder, had given him a poor challenge. Ryder was the first that he had ever faced that granted him something different. He felt the thrill of battle as he had never felt before, he said.
He's one of those types, I see.
Yep.
You've met
Very
a
much
few
so.
in my travels who live only for the thrill of fighting, the thrill of combat.
And so we confronted him in the throne room, and after a time, he grew bored. Xenos walked out. We chased him down onto the Royal Menagerie, a garden, and I guess a menagerie of what was once exotic animals held by the royal family at some point in the past. What do we find but Xenos and a chained up primal Shinryu?
Chained up?
Remember that dragon? Remember that dragon?
The one that you and your companions set, that ancient, mechanical beast, Omegapon.
Indeed. We thought that Shinryu had been defeated. The Garleans, and Xenos, somehow managed to chain it down. What looked like to be a mixture of Garlean and Allegan tech. The Allegans seem to have a penchant for chaining primals.
If what little knowledge I have of them is to be believed, yes.
So, here we stood, facing down Xenos and a chained-up primal. And this is kind of where we found out why he had taken Kryl hostage. Or at least we would find out afterwards. Xenos possessed Shinryu. That's the best way I can describe this. He became Shinryu's vessel. That's perhaps the best way to describe this to you.
I'm not quite sure I understand. And what does this have to do with Miss Kryl?
So, Kryl is possessed of the Echo.
Oh, I see.
Much like many of us hold. She has that gift. See, Xenos discovered that she held this gift. And realized he could exploit it somehow. Well, I'm not entirely sure how he came to this realization, but exploit it he did. He artificially granted himself this ability. Don't ask, I don't know. All I'm told is sparse details from the technicians who tried to deconstruct how all of this worked. But by him doing so, did you ever hear about the woman named Yazel? Do you remember her? Iceheart was her nickname.
Yes.
She had the ability to take on the embodiment of Shiva.
Yes. You had mentioned this before.
Basically turning herself into a primal. But she wouldn't be tempered, she wouldn't lose control. She took Shiva's power into herself and became Shiva.
So, Xenos did the same thing?
Xenos did the same thing. Yes.
I see.
having this artificially granted echo, he was able to take Shinryu into himself. A clash for the centuries, as he would call it. And now we had to deal with another primal.
Though I wonder, was this not the same primal that you and yours had deemed yourselves unable to fight before?
We
There
lacked
at
the
the
resources at the time. Now we were able to fight it. Or at least we felt capable to fight it.
I doubt Xenos would have given you much of a choice anyways.
No, not at all. The battle took us far into the heavens, as it were. That was a fight and a half, to be sure. When it was all over, as you would expect, Xenos didn't want to give up. In fact, and even in his injured state, he still wanted to keep going. He gloated at how he had reached and felt the perfect battle against us. In fact, he proclaimed that there would never ever be such another battle again. And so, rather to, in his words, spare him the pain of not being able to experience such a fight again, he took his own life.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
coward.
Very much unexpected. Yes.
No.
But it did mean, though, that Alamigo was free.
I suppose so. Like killing their leader. Or at least bringing about his death.
Indeed. His body was interred carefully and secretly at a burial site some distance away from the capital. And the long process began of Alamigo taking its steps to reclaiming its former glory. If only things got simple. Really doesn't. No matter how much we try.
When does it?
To be honest, it's a little bit more simple now than what it was. If you can believe that. So, sometime later, about a week or so later, Lise went to go and... I should clarify. Commander Lise, she was the one who, is basically the... Not the governor of Alamigo now, but basically it's one of its leaders. Let's put it that way. That might be the easiest way to describe it.
She is a steward.
Yes,
of its recovery.
that would be perfect. She went out to check on the burial spot, you know, make sure that it hadn't been disturbed and no one had found it. It was, of course, unmarked. You know, no one would be able to know where it was unless you knew where his body was to begin with. She found the grave disturbed, and the body missing. Remember the old friends, the Asians? Remember how I told you that there were 3 unsundered?
Yes.
One of them being La Habrea?
Yes.
Right. Time to introduce you to the other 2. The first, Emmet Selk. The second, Elidibus, the emissary.
Elidibus. I feel like you've mentioned them once before.
Probably. Probably.
Is he not the white-robed Asian you mentioned?
Correct.
Yes, the one who appeared before Lady Minfilia and threatened her, if I recall correctly, or something along those lines.
Correct. So, these 2 unsundered still had their own machinations in place. When we were told that the body had been missing, we immediately suspected that an Asian had taken over it. As is their ability to do so, to further their goals. We didn't believe it at first, we didn't want to believe it. But rumors started coming from Garlemald that the prince had returned, miraculously healed. That was when we realized that indeed, the body of Xenos had been taken over. Which one we didn't know. Not at the time.
Taken over as in, like, possessed?
Possessed, yes. Fully possessed.
One of them possessed a corpse.
Yes. Yes.
Foul.
They can possess bodies. As it would turn out, and what we would later find out, that it was Elidibus who took over Xenos' body. He had his own goals for what we didn't really know at the time. However, the Emperor, of course, you know, hearing the news that his son, quote-unquote, well, his son, and then his quote-unquote son, had lost Alamigo. And so he marshaled his forces. He wanted to reclaim what was his in his eyes. In fact, he actually offered and sat down with the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance. It was from what I was told, a one-sided meeting, and not in our favor. The Emperor basically declared that if we didn't stand down, he would march all over us. You know, as the Garleans are wont to do. And indeed, he had amassed a large army on the borders of Alamigo, a place called the Gimlet Dark. During this, something else arose. A little problem to the plan. Well, not to the plan, but a problem for Ryder and our friends. See, At some point, the Scions... Well, how can I describe this? The Scions of the Seventh Dawn had been traveling with us for quite some time. In fact, we grew quite close in friendships. It's good company.
Can imagine. Saving the world a few times over tends to do that.
Indeed, indeed. So, we began to get news that the Scions were falling into a slumber of some kind. We didn't know what. One by one, they seemingly just collapsed. It was like they entered a coma. They were very much alive, it's just... Well, it would be determined that their body was here, but their spirit was elsewhere. Where we had no clue. Just something was happening and we didn't know what. Furthermore, we also started receiving reports that the Emperor was reviving a project. A poison known as Black Rose.
Black Rose. Not familiar with this.
Yes. A very virulent poison. Simply breathing it in would kill you in minutes.
I see.
It was a poison that was actually concocted by Gaius. Gaius van Bilsar. Although when he realized how much devastation it would do, he ordered a halt to the production of this and ordered it destroyed. He believed that this was a weapon too dangerous for even the Garleans to use. However, it seemed like not all of it had been destroyed, and in fact, the formula had somehow been preserved, from what intelligence was being fed to us. In fact, it was Gaius himself who came to us and presented the information.
I thought he was dead.
No, in fact not. See, Gaius was very much alive, somehow surviving the events of the Praetorium. And in the aftermath of that, he would explain to us that he realized that his true enemy was the Ascians. It wasn't against Eorzea, it wasn't against the Warrior of Light, it was the Ascians and their machinations behind the scenes, causing all of this. And so he had made it his task to hunt down the Ascians and kill them. And in fact, he was actually very successful in doing so. He kept the masks of those that he killed, including 2 red masks. The red masks denote a very special Ascian. Now, do you remember the Ascian Igorium? The one that was with La Habrea and Azazla.
Yes, the woman.
Yes.
Yes.
She is a sundered Ascian. The Ascians themselves are what we would find out to be known as the Convocation of 14. They call themselves. Each of their each of the 14 wore a red mask to denote their seat. Now, the 3 unsundered, they were the ones who brought the sundered versions of their fallen convocation members back to life. Igorim is one of those, or was one of those. Nabrialis is another.
Can't say I quite understand.
Believe me, you're not, don't worry. It's hard to wrap your head around it a little bit right now. I will try and do my best to explain in due time. The sundered Asians. They can basically be reborn over and over again, should an unsundered choose to do so. They have to find a... I don't know how, I don't recall how exactly their process worked, but they could do so, basically. Unless, of course, you destroyed their essence entirely. Such as, for example, Igorim and Nabrialis, their essences were destroyed. They could not be brought back. Much in the way of La Habrea as well. But 2 of the red masks that Gaius held, those were 2 of the unsundered ones that he had seemingly permanently ended.
He killed 2 Asians on his own.
More than 2. A couple dozen, actually. See, there are different variants of Asians. There are the unsundered at the top, of which there were only 3. Then you have the sundered of the convocation, which wore the red masks. And then there are the other Asians that were basically their underlings. These wore black masks. I don't know much about them, unfortunately. Just that, from what Gaius told us, these were other Asians that basically did other small dirty work for the other higher-ups.
I see.
It is confusing, I know. The 2 red masks that Gaius held, he said he claimed to be... They once belonged to Ultima and Duella Devon, 2 other members of the convocation.
I see.
Regardless, to continue forward, it seemed that Elidibus, and to an extent, the Emperor, planned to manufacture more of this black rose poison and release it on the world, on the star. Gaius had, fortunately, found out about this and destroyed the production facility, and hoping that once and for all, that poison would never be ever released.
I see.
During all of this, one by one the Scions would fall into their mysterious slumber. And then it wasn't just the Scions. The group of us that traveled with Ryder, we were also affected. Myself included.
What was it? A disease or some sort of magic? A hex or curse of some sort?
No. When it struck me, It was like a call. Someone calling. Someone trying to pull me somewhere. Trying to take me somewhere else. It was overwhelming, to say the least.
I see.
Before I knew it, I had collapsed. And when I next awoke, I wasn't in Eorzea. I wasn't on the source.
There is a lot to take in what you've just said.
Yes. To put it simply, my spirit and soul had been taken from my body and transported somewhere else.
I see.
Now, this is where we get to even more confusing things.
I'm gonna put this without sounding crazy.
Believe me, I've seen crazy things. Ask your questions.
Fair enough. Your stories today have shown me as such.
That's not even half of it.
I wrote it off as nothing more than just a strange dream, but it was so vivid. It lingers within my mind like no dream ever does. Last night, while I rested, I had a dream. I was in a space that I do not recognize or remember. Sea of stars and lights shimmering far off in the distance. There's nothing there but myself and the stars. I tried walking and calling out for others, but there was no one there until I heard a voice. Calling out. Yes. It's possible it's just a strange dream, but your story stirred the memory. Being called out to. They seemed not to recognize me. They seemed almost confused that I was there. They sounded almost nervous. Confused. It was difficult to tell. It was a quiet voice, gentle. A woman's voice, I believe.
What did it say?
Just asked if someone was there. I couldn't respond. My throat caught in my my voice caught in my throat, and I woke up soon after, I think. Just remember everything fading. Unusual dream. Not had one like it. At least not one that I can recall. Had a number of strange and unusual dreams in the past, but never one quite so vivid.
Interesting.
Perhaps it's nothing, but I wonder. This calling that you felt, perhaps something similar. I have had experience with falling into a deep slumber. And up until the months leading up.
Hello, everyone. DM present. Just as a note. 5 minutes to hard end.
Up until the few weeks leading up to my awakening, Chirurgeons never sensed any aether about me. They said if it weren't for my breathing, they would have thought I was dead.
How strange. The place of where you saw this dream sounds familiar to me.
It does.
But what you experienced does not. You'll forgive me, I need to think on this.
Please. I suppose I'm in no rush. It's just an unusual dream, that's all. Though I suppose in the coming days we'll have plenty of time to discuss such things if you so choose. Assuming we don't have our hands busy. I don't know, in the years since this peace treaty between Eorzea, the rest of the world, and Garlemald, I know not what has happened to the woods, nor of the surrounding
we'll
lands.
Find out. We'll find out. Well, it is getting late. And we probably should go meet up with Neb and make sure we can get things going.
Yes.
And then next time we can sit down, tell you, well, continue the story of what happened.
I'd very much like that. Thank you.
Let's put it this way, it was simply... as one would experience visiting, quite literally, another world. And I'll leave you with that.
You certainly got my interest.
Good. Because then it'll make it more interesting for you to hear what I have to say. Now, if memory serves me correctly, he likes to park his airship up north at Camp Dragonhead. Or at least he did, but I guess he doesn't have the airship anymore.
If not, they do have the airship docks up in Ishgard. Up by the pillars.
Right, that's probably the easiest way of going there.
Maybe. Travel by aether from this distance is not out of the question if we need to make a quick exit.
Indeed. And scene. We don't have to walk all the way home. Good shit.
And Niche, like, ugh, god damn it.
Hello everyone, DM present. We are at hard end. Please wrap up your scenes and respawn. Thank you so much for coming out tonight.
Very rude. You're in the respawn room. We kind of want to relax. I can't believe you. I cannot believe you.
You're next.
Our RP blocks.
blocked using net.
I'm going with niche.
I'm aware of it too. Thank you so much. I'm already in spawn. Much love.
Yeah.
She fucking what is it? She's glad.
Yeah.
Like she got to meet Mitty and
Sarah.
Niche. She got to meet Mitty and Niche, and she was fine. Like she's like, I understand Niche a little bit more now.
I tried to do a quick thing, but I'm not really happy with it.
Going
I think it looks like shit.
A long journey, and as the character's like gonna keep asking about my voids and Snake, like. Ugh.
I mean, she got asked today what hers was, and she was fine with it.
He's pretty. I like that.
She put
Honestly, you could utilize that for like just ether transfer.
crystal looking.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It's very like.
For
It's
what?
shiny, but it's also very feels like
Ether transfer.
quote unquote.
Can people
So it's like
do
people
that?
are like ethered. Yep.
Dragon-like.
Yeah, that happens in game quite a bit actually.
Do they?
You will
based off
you
a
will
little
you
bit
will see it.
more of
Trust me.
Evelyn's perspective.
Is it a thing that doesn't happen until
Is
it's
that a fact?
Endwalker?
Crystal line.
Nope. It actually happens.
So that's
I
why she
think
named
it happens
hers
as.
Aquamarine.
Because I thought I've only ever seen people
Based
use
off the
like
gemstone.
stuff like that to heal people. If somebody's
Yeah.
tired, they're
they'll
just tired.
You will. I will say this. You will see it in post Shadowbringers.
Okay.
All I will say.
He has bad memories.
I ran from spoilers in one
very
section.
funny.
I was like, I gotta go.
So,
Yeah.
It was
Well,
coming. It was right on the
I wasn't.
edge of
I wasn't.
Shadowbringers.
Well, I wasn't talking. Yeah. Finished on the end of Shadowbringers or beginning of
Oh, the
Shadowbringers. Yeah.
conversation I had in Foundation.
I mean, that's
Oh.
fine.
Oh, that's
I mean,
thing, yeah.
to be
Yeah,
fair,
there's-
Your void sending you.
to be
There's
fair,
spoilers, some
that
people
is
might be further.
that is
It's my
yeah. Well, it's you're going to get spoilers regardless, you know. So it's you know you kind of have to expect it.
Rena or Raven. It don't take two things.
You have a good time, HB?
It was very enjoyable, honestly. Being back, I missed it.
Me and him had
What?
the captain of the squad and her had a long conversation after they were done in the observation
Hell
tower.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
good.
We love that. We
It was
love
good.
that. So if we
was
want,
an
we
interesting
can go
perspective.
head over to the Foundation map if we want to gather up with everyone.
Yeah, no, we can do that. Just get everybody in one place, you know.
Yeah,
Unless
let's
people
go
want
ahead
to
and
go
do
not.
that.
My head's actually
went
kind of hurting, and I'm
patrols.
realizing how little food I
went
had to
Oh,
eat
yeah, no.
before all of
Relax.
this.
In campaign.
So I might
How
actually
much-
need to
okay.
make some food.
How much did you eat, Oblivious?
Orlando.
I had
How
a
much did you eat today?
How
I
much
had a
did you
can
eat?
of soup.
Oh.
I'm
How
also
big was
like
the can?
coming
That's
Give me,
not
give me the size.
like Campbell's
You
chicken
are
noodle
you
soup.
were sick too.
Yeah. Well,
That's way
I
too
literally
much.
okay,
No,
no,
you're
genuinely
asking
my sleep schedule and my
Mhm.
eating schedule has been so fucking whack because I got sick near
Yeah.
the end of last week. Fucking knocked me on my ass.
Have you been taking anything for the
please.
sickness, or what is it? Just a head cold? Is it just a head cold, or is it just more than?
I was getting muscle fatigue and I was getting like cold flashes and like shakes. Like I remember I was gonna try to go. I was feeling a little bit better before Wardens, and I was gonna try to go to Wardens, and then within the hour leading up to Wardens, I started getting so fucking cold. I was like physically shaking, and they could hear
having
over.
chills.
They could hear over.
Wow.
Over the call, my teeth chattering. I was so fucking cold. So I
wow.
wrapped
Yeah,
up.
that's
Yeah, I wrapped
wanna-
up and I
don't wanna
grabbed.
dip too deep into privacy, but like, do you have like any sort of like history with like blood pressure problems or anything like that?
Medication I take fucks with my blood pressure. Yes.
Could potentially maybe something like that. That's I don't know, perhaps,
HRT
but
medication
it's-
fucks with your blood
it could-
pressure. For me, it lowers
Yeah,
my blood
it does.
pressure.
Right. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah,
I
mine's
was
mine's
unaware
actually
of that.
low.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Which for
Mine's
me
low
is
too,
fine
but
because
it actually doesn't get to that point.
For me, it's fine
It's
because
actually good for
my
me.
blood pressure is tends to be a little towards the higher side, so it brings it down to a more relaxed level.
Mine is like average of like under like 110. Like 110 over like.
My average without any medication is around 120. It's a little bit higher.
Yeah, that's
It's
basically the cutoff for high blood pressure.
Yeah, I'm like right at the cutoff for like high blood pressure. So they're like, oh yeah, take this. It'll be fine. It'll be good for you. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll take
I mean,
the fucking
and my family has a
medication.
history of hypertension too, so it's like My family has a history of high blood pressure, so it actually benefits us very well. It benefits
Yeah,
me very well.
yeah, my family does as well. They have history of. Hi.
Oh, you're all coming over here. Oh, okay.
Hi. Hi. You matter.
Oh God, somebody.
Yeah.
I thought you were at Foundation. I was a fool.
Nope.
And then my own void scent went, uh-oh. No, calm down.
Look acting. What kind of uh-oh? Gay panic uh-oh or fear uh-oh?
Fear, because she started to get riled up, because she gets riled up with other voids, and she was like, no, calm down, Awkward, just stay calm.
Did you have a good time, Wolf? It's good seeing you.
Also, yes, look.
I'm so happy.
I know, it's so
I
good.
don't
again. I love it.
know,
like
it's
it.
so good.
I think I can do better. I think I can make something that looks better.
Yeah, I'm glad you had fun though.
I liked meeting Mitty. Mitty was interesting. It's fun.
I was gonna say.
It sure was.
What about you, Varden?
Talking about kissing a void scent, and she was like, I'm
What?
Where's this screenshot?
Getting at least like.
Or those definitely in-game cutscene screenshots.
RNG post. Go ahead and put an RNG post.
Literally, it depends.
Did you actually get to share those on screen?
Monsters, or you're not.
I posted them in the Discord and I showed them briefly at the start.
She was so pretty.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm talking to my bird.
She likes her.
I apologize.
Also,
I haven't heard.
Yes.
Not sure how it feels when it comes to
Oh,
the entire time for like both your characters. It's more. Victor was very. He didn't really show fear, but he was very tense. If that mattered, like he feel the emotions. That's why. Just more if that's what matters to you and the entire aspect.
Emotions? I'll have to look into that.
That's the thing. Like I'm not sure myself. I've not done any Reaper stuff yet, so I'm also sitting here like that's.
Most of the stuff that I know from Void Scent is pre 6.0.
I hope you did enjoy that. I'm glad that we actually got to like actually tie that into the story. Funnily enough, that actually worked out real well.
I was hoping you would return to it quietly because I was like, ooh, if she mentions certain parts of that.
Fully fine. Like I said, I
Yep,
love
that would work really well to prompt her to
I'm
be
a
like.
little annoyed that I skipped returning back to Alavigo first before going to Tsukuyomi.
Yeah, you did. I was like, huh, that's a little out of order, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all related.
That more depends on who gets
I was like, I realized that as I was getting to the part of Asahi coming in, I was like, oh fuck, wait a minute, Asahi is like, cause Xenos died. I was like, wait a minute, I'm telling this out of order. Shit.
I'm not married. Don't worry.
But yeah, I put them over in art and G pose.
That would be it.
Hell yeah, yeah. Go check them out. Go check out these pictures.
Christy,
They
go.
are so good.
Hello. Hi. Go check out some. I posted pictures over in art and G pose in the Discord.
Something deeper just got No. Fuck the sandwich. Something deeper
Oh, that's fucking great.
Those are canon. Those are canon screenshots.
Oh, that scares me.
Like, okay, like, is this really serious or are we just joshing? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, those are canon. Just a funny place.
Oh my god.
Went what?
What did you
Funny Echo go.
Nothing.
You're so small.
Tuna, what
Yeah.
did you do?
I'm innocent. I'm innocent.
What does it mean, you innocent?
You are.
What do you mean you're goddamn innocent?
Nothing. He's fine.
Scary.
Look, the eyeball follows my eye tracking.
So tight. This creature. Flick.
I will kill you. The apple of my eyeball!
Truly is the apple of your eye.
I don't know what's happening here.
Check out your side again.
Oh yeah, I know. It's weird. It's weird. I have to fix it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of metal, though.
Don't mind me asking.
Huh?
It's kind of metal. I'm not gonna lie.
Sincerely.
Especially when the blade
Did
goes
you
out,
really?
you just be like,
I just imagine the. I
Seer?
think it would have been even fucking
I don't
more
know where
fun
Seer
if
is.
the staff just kind of
They were here
connects
just
to
a
the
moment
arm.
ago.
It's like this, like the staff kind of molds into it.
They
Just
might have
You're
crashed again.
You're cooking.
yeah,
I know.
crashed
Yeah,
again.
they might have crashed.
a little bit freaky out here.
Sup, Gamerino.
You are petting them.
Hi, fellow Gamerino.
Oh my
Also,
god.
with you for the sake of
Shroud.
it, when it comes to the
Yes.
entire like aspect of Mitty doing her thing with regard to this, comfort's fine is completely fine. Like, you just want to make sure we're on the same page when it comes to that.
Cool, thank you for letting me know that. That means that I can
That's
be a
here.
little bit more
Okay.
free.
You
try
can
not to touch
absolutely
people
do
too
that.
much. Even though Mitty is very,
No, that's-
very poking.
That's fine.
brother.
I
I
just-
am also
it's
fine
more-
with that.
Ah,
Because
When I tell you,
The thing about it is,
when I tell you,
Great. Do you want to
if it ever gets
Also,
like
great.
very
But I
have so
very
much
much
fucking
simple by the whole
responsibility.
yellow card, red card system,
Warrior
really
of
gets
Light.
the red card. Just
Yeah,
like,
that's
back up,
what
no,
you get for being the warrior of light. It's
fine.
okay.
It's, no, it's,
I'll take that.
There's
Good
a
job.
word
Just
that
kidding.
says
You want my job?
Go.
My job?
Well,
Find
go
rocks
take a. I was
or,
gonna
like,
tell you. Go take a.
find a like
take a look
icy way
in
to
a
like
book.
take a pause.
Go take a look in the
Broccoli
Discord
is
server in
the
art and G
character
poses.
right
There's
now.
a
We need to have a conversation, or I
canon,
need
some
to
canon
fine.
pictures in there.
calm down.
usually,
That's
like,
usually what I
if
go
it
by.
needs to be, I'll,
Oh,
if it
okay.
needs to be, I'll say broccoli. But
keep
if there should be
pushing.
any like big, like, if there are
Art and G
concerns,
poses
but
over
they're
in the
not
Discord.
enough to immediately address them, I'll message you afterwards. So.
Oh yeah, that's just your stream thing. Your stream started. Cool. Looks really cool.
No, it's not my stream start.
You know what I say about this then?
Or what it was what you posted for your announcement in your Discord.
Also, nice meeting you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's me.
No, of course.
Those
It's
happen.
great. Like I said,
Oh,
when it
that's
comes to
clean.
roguelike,
What the
I mean,
fuck?
firstly,
It is clean.
you guys, even in game, sure.
What is
I might
this?
Be an all player, but I look at the Rogans, I'm like,
Shroud.
Screenshot
these are my
says
guys.
something
I love them.
happened.
You
had a funny
dream.
Meet your character. And it's overall,
I
She had
can't
a
wait
funny
to start
dream?
it.
This is
The
my
girl's
first
gonna
session
look like
back
a
after
dragon
this.
like,
Stream.
because
I
hers
wanna say
Chris.
3
I
weeks
can't
before
wait.
myself.
I want to see everyone that's
Someone,
doing
man.
shrouds.
There's too many voices in my head.
I still need to learn everybody's. I still need to get better learning people's names and everything. I might ask if
I
the-
cannot
I might
have
ask
that
if
many
the admins
voices
are
in my
allowed
head.
to basically be like, hey, for the sake of people in the RP,
My brain
could you put
Yeah,
your
let's get over
shuts
here a little
down.
bit. Let's go.
into the Discord. You know the classic like name flash.
There you go. Is it a bit easier for you?
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
That's good.
Aster finds herself in a sea of stars. All around her is a swirl of blues and purples. Light motes and sparkles dance and float by her as she looks around. Calling out, there is no answer. I need to fix that wording. That's worded weirdly. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Is anyone here? Just a strange tinkling noise, like that of soft chimes. Aster begins to walk forward, her footsteps echoing around her with each step, though there is nothing but the endless sea of stars to be seen beneath her. Her surroundings slowly shifting and stirring, as if pushed by a gentle breeze. Aster begins to ponder the meaning of this situation. What brought her here? She continues to walk in a direction that feels like forward. Aster continues to call out occasionally, her voice echoing in isolation. Until... there wasn't. Wait, it wasn't? I need to fix that wording too. Jesus Christ, I'm so bad at writing sometimes. A voice responds, faint, gentle, and warm, like that of an older woman's voice. Hello? The voice echoes around. Is someone there? Shocked, Aster attempts to respond. My name is Aster. Who are you? After several more moments, Aster's vision begins to fade. She awakens from her strange dream. I know, but I should have written that better, Hopper. Yeah, we'll go back and I'll adjust it so that way it actually does what it needs to.
Yeah, sounds good. Hey, you wanna know something crazy?
What?
You and I both got sick on the same day.
Did we? I didn't know you were sick, bruh.
Yep. On Monday.
Shit.
Yeah, I didn't go to Aether today, and you didn't go to Warren's. Or today? Monday. I didn't go to Aether Monday.
Wardens, yeah.
Wardens, yeah, sorry. Yeah, the very same day you got sick, I got sick too. That was just so much timing. It was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like... What do you say, like, Saturday? Saturday, I started feeling like shit. Saturday evening. And then Sunday rolled around and I was feeling kind of but I managed to power through it for most of the day until like late in the evening, and that's when it just hit. And suddenly like all of my muscles were just like aching and I was cold and shaking. And by Monday morning I was fucking horrid. Like I was bedridden. So I've been dealing with it since and trying to get over it.
Yeah, I feel you. That feeling hit Sunday for me. Sunday I was okay until late Sunday going into Monday. I was just like, I took like 3 to 4 naps, and one day I was like, nah, something going on. Something going on. And so I was like, okay, I'll just let my body do the driving for a hot minute, you know, just kind of let it do what it do. Luckily, I was able to go to the store because my mom had told me about some allergy medicine that's really effective.
Yeah, it is that time of the
okay,
year.
I'll go to the store. Yeah. So, luckily my mom's told me about the allergy medicine. I took so much of that and I was good. I'm back square now, like officially good today.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad you're feeling better. I've been doing much
what about
better
you?
now that I've had some rest. By like yesterday afternoon, I was feeling pretty good. I woke up and was up for several hours overnight, but by this morning I was tired and I ended up sleeping in pretty late, so my sleep schedule's all completely fucked. So I'm gonna have to work to try and fix that. That's gonna be a pain in the ass, but you know how it be.
I do know how it be. Yeah, for sure. I've been going to bed around like 7 or 8 in the morning.
Oh my god.
And I get up at like 3 to 4 in the evening.
Yeah, I try to be up by noon at the latest, because I understand that I am a night owl, but I try to at least be awake to be functional. It also means that I have enough time to get work done and respond to messages and handle IRL stuff if necessary. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mostly try not to miss this like really awesome burrito place that's like near my mom's place. It's really good. They sell the long ass burritos. And I really like going to that place.
Nice.
Yeah, so good.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I just found it really funny that we both got sick like on the same day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it happens. So.
True.
Time is up. It's midnight. I'm like trying to decide what I want to do. I need to get some work done, I think, on Neko's Warden's character, because I want to try and make sure she's ready to go before the, I think it's the 1st. But yeah, I've got like about a week and change, about a week and a half to get her stuff done, and I want to get that done and have plenty of time. And then I gotta also get stuff done for Eden Lost. I gotta get my model ready for that. just want to get some work done for
Yeah.
my stuff for Wardens, but that's just because I haven't gotten enough done on her as of late.
Yeah.
I've been so busy, and then...
What were you doing for...
Huh?
What were you doing for Eden? What were you doing for Eden?
I am playing a cat girl who is really good at doing sniper. She's a sharpshooter. Though the plan is that she will use weapons. Neko and I are collaborating. We are designing weapons that will operate actually quite a lot like Neoliths. Sage weapons.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where it's like little floaty pew-pews.
Oh.
Yeah. I think they'll have like, what the fuck?
Hmm?
They'll each have slightly different means of operating.
That's how cool.
Excuse me.
Damn it. You did this.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yawns are contagious. I help it.
Yeah. But yeah, I gotta get some work done.
Yeah, well.
I gotta stay productive, and especially since I lost some time this past week. I'm trying to catch up on everything. 'Cause even then, the week before, I ended up also losing a bit of time, and it's just, there's not enough time. So
No, there never is.
IRL shit's hitting different, so I gotta make sure everything's taken care of. So I'm gonna work through the stresses. I think if I can get through early April and get past like the midpoint for April, I think I'll be fine. I just gotta get a lot of work done between model work, RP, and then handling some IRL stuff that's going on. I think I'll be fine. It's gonna be a couple stressful weeks. So I think I'm actually probably gonna go head off and go work on stuff, because unfortunately I know Neko stuff I don't want to work on stream because secrets.
Yeah, secret.
So.
Well, hey, if it helps for me, I wish you the best always. Okay.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Was helping Hamsky with.
I know what that feels like.
Oh, how'd you like Hamsky's model? He did that himself. As I dragged him along the finish line. He's having so many problems. I think he's still having some problems. He was like yelling about his hands today. The fuck was that?
Hey, the model looked really dope. And the character and personality that he has for him too, I really love it. Like literally, I will fight a behemoth with that man.
I want to help him, or at the
funny.
very least, I wanna
too.
set up like a weaver's thing and like make a little behemoth doll for him.
Yeah. I definitely want to help him too, because this character, I was just laughing. I'm pretty sure you heard me. I was tickled the whole time. Just listening to him talk. Just be like, I gotta do this for my mom. I'm gonna do it because my mother. I was tripping, man. Oh my gosh.
Alrighty.
We're just standing there with him.
Gonna go.
Yeah.
up.
You should go.
I'll see you around. Thanks for the RP.
Bye, Ash.
Alright, gamers. I'm still a little, I don't know if you guys can tell from my voice, I'm still a little, not necessarily sick, but still kind of worn down. These like couple of hours were fun to finally RP again. I was missing it these past couple of days. What the fuck? Oh wait, I hit following. I'm like, who are these people? I don't know who any of these people are. What is just playing chord? Alright, we're gonna go raid Ribbo. But yeah. Groggy? No. No, just my throat and just my general energy levels are still a little low, still kind of still in recovery mode a little bit, though I'm feeling significantly better than I was, so appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here, thanks for coming in. I know we had a little bit of a late start. If you guys want to go see the stuff that I made, be sure to join the Discord. I'm gonna go fix the spelling and grammar issues, because I would type stuff and then untype it and retype it and untype it and retype it, and sometimes I end up having mistakes. But that being said, thank you guys for being here. I will catch you guys. What is today? Today is Wednesday. I'll try to do a stream tomorrow, even if it's just a creative stream or something. Maybe we'll try to do something early. And then if I have energy, I'll try to do stuff at Aegis. But otherwise, thank you guys for being here. Go give Ribbo some love, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Good night. Mwah.